we're on.
We're a professional organization.
Something like that. So welcome back.
By the way we are.
Welcome back to the Wileyverse. We play D&D every week. We are currently playing a all Dragonborn campaign in the Forgotten Realms to save the Tirminther nation, so to speak. It's called Dragonborn Salvation. It's right below me.
Every time, folks. Never stops.
With me, as always, is down the end there, Robert, playing Rofros, the Undaunted, a gold Dragonborn. No, not gold. Bronze. The lesser gold.
How dare
bronze.
You,
The bronze Dragonborn Paladin of Bahamut, who found divine inspiration when his leader, who is also touched by Bahamut, resurrected him on the field of battle to fight on another day.
And I shall prove to Bahamut that I am worth the endowments. He will see my glory.
Then we have Ziranax, the Underhanded, played by Mitch over here. And Ziranax is an arcane trickster rogue who has left the clan to go out and be on a boat, sail the seas and hit the trade routes and discover new places.
Since return.
Yeah,
which I probably shouldn't have done.
And then immediately turned around and left again.
Yeah.
And you are Copper?
Copper.
Not gold. A Copper, a Dragonborn arcane trickster who is the group's kind of worldly guide, as the rest of the group has not been outside the confines of Tirminther.
I taught everybody how to shake hands with humans.
And,
you did.
And Savroth loves it.
He's like, yeah.
Knowledge.
I have reservations on the handshaking process.
Dayton is playing Savroth. Savroth of the clan Goldath, a noble and a chosen of Bahamut. He's been graced with divine powers, though he is a priest. He wasn't, he didn't study and do all the other stuff. He kind of came into the powers and discovered the graces of Bahamut on his own. He has met with a strange messenger named Joya, who said that the Untherites, the enemies of the kingdom that are trying to conquer their homeland, aren't going to be deterred, and they've been pushed back to the sea. The Dragonborn of Tirminther have been pushed back to the sea, and the Untherites got him on the ropes and received this message that he had to leave his homeland to save it. So he has taken the rest of this group, along with Ayasa, the gold Dragonborn mage.
That one is gold, yes.
I got it right.
Good job.
Your own character is correct.
My own character. It's like, you're gold? You're gold?
Oh,
I'm gold.
Yeah,
I'm
golden
gold.
one.
But he has taken them on this journey, this quest from this strange messenger across the inner sea to fight pirates and Sahagin on the open waters, and then to set into Cormyr and be set upon by a construct, an evil dragon construct. A drake descended upon them and tried to deter them from their destination. Since then, they have spoken to the Ayasa's, the NPC's mentor, who is a old diviner mage, and sneeze.
Pardon me.
And has a lot of he has a lot of knowledge about the cult of the dragon and the worshippers of Tiamat. And he had sent them and he has sent them to the Pinion, a large monument, a structure, a mountain that reaches into the clouds, of indestructible stone that, to the locals, it's always been there, but according to Tolan, is from another world and just kind of phased into this world and into the collective memories of everyone there. And it's from an age of titans and dragons before gods and such, or when everything was a god. They were directed to go there because what they seek, or the cult of the dragon, is currently trying to resurrect Tiamat, And this quest that they've been sent on may bring them into conflict with her, as she might be being resurrected to finish off their homeland.
Yeah.
We hope that's not the case, because...
Yeah, it's the biggest clue we've had so far to what we're exactly saving our homeland from. Really.
Yes. Well, Unther...
There's Unther.
It's already there.
Yeah.
But the fact that there is now another enemy, even more dire and insidious, is...
Yeah. I mean, it didn't take much. We were already beaten back to the coastline.
Yep.
It was like, oh, are we saving ourselves? Oh, great. Well, points to the direction.
Unther was the prevalent threat, the obvious one.
Yeah.
But we're looking for the real threat.
That's right.
And you found the real threat.
Yeah.
And we're told to go somewhere else
It seems to be
get something that may not deal it.
Which is...
Small.
Currently, they are in the town of Shade Rest, which is in the shade of the Pinion. A small little farming community. This place, this countryside, is so out of the way of any other of the major players in the Forgotten Realms that it's kind of forgotten and not set upon by too many problems or anything. But they found themselves there, and they had just discovered that some other very strange-looking Dragonborn have been through there, and it may be tied to this cult of the dragon or other such enemies of theirs. So they have decided to take a quick rest overnight, set out as early as they can wake up, and head up to the Pinion itself to see if they can catch up to these strange Dragonborn.
We need to procure some arrows before we do this.
You need to procure us a boat into the sluice is what you need. I'll get you damn arrows.
It's a lake.
I wish not to swim it.
That's a good point. 1 second while we arrows cost and stuff.
Oh, okay.
This is the brokest I've ever been as a rogue.
Aw.
You should refocus your attentions to your duties to climb Wolda.
Believe me, this is the last time I ask how much something costs.
1 gold will get you 20 arrows.
What if I only need 8?
Buy 10 for 5 silver.
It's like hot dogs and buns. You can't just get...
For how much silver?
5.
Yeah, for the rich, well-off clan, we're not so...
Well, we didn't know. We weren't given a lot of warning by... who's running this show?
Oh, some noble.
Oh, this guy. Some noble.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I got plenty
And
of gold.
if you're looking for a rowboat, you can buy one for
I was going to say...
50 gold.
Here comes the Indigo Montoya. Lord Sarah. Raffros has a good point. We could boat to the Pinion if you require.
Why would we boat there?
The
Well,
caravan has left quite a... Is the sluice connected?
The sluice is all around the southern border, like the only ground-touching point. If you're going to try to get up to the Pinion in any other way, you're going to do mountain climbing.
Plus, the group that we are pursuing has days advantage on us. I could ferry us quite quicker.
We might meet them there, despite the head start, if they took to the mountains.
Your boyfriend agrees.
What?
Your male friend?
Your male companion.
You admire my scale mail. Yes, it's quite exquisite.
Yes, we all admire.
Yes, good.
Good.
I have like this. I've had this big dragon underbite truck. Yes, of course.
You have a strong jaw.
Half
strong
Kaji,
jaw.
half Indigo Montoya.
Yeah. No, it's pretty good. At least you're not that one guy from Star Wars Rebels. Ah, yes, my friend.
The worst was the prequels. Hey, he's a belong to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, are you Italian or
What's the matter with you?
I'm a Soharian.
I'm
Play some
flying
dice.
here.
Yes, the child's life is yours now because I'm not a Greek or nothing. Like, oh Jesus, the Trade Federation will not bow down to a manipulation. Like, you just are your L's? Sorry.
They're immune to force manipulation, just because. It's convenient.
Are you there?
So, he has said that in the three scholars, the place you went and got all that information, did say that the sluice is probably the best way to go up to it, to approach the pinion.
I'm sensing a large butt in that.
No, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get in or anything else.
The butt would be being in the canoe.
We might have to climb. Do we have pythons and rope?
How many of you have explorers packs or dungeoneers packs?
Oh, I still have a.
You have an explorer's pack, right?
I'm 90% sure I have an explorer's pack.
That gives you pythons and rope.
Yeah, I have rope for sure. I also have pythons though.
Okay, you might not have that.
I don't think I got any of that stuff.
Oh no, that's right. I didn't know I was going to sea this morning when I left. So
I have rope, but not.
yeah, we all have rope.
Yeah, and they can help, but
Do we?
you have like a priest kit, I think, and that may not have rope.
No, I do.
Okay.
50
Oh, we
feet.
all have
There you
rope.
go.
Yeah.
Pretty much every pack in D&D has rope.
Yeah.
I remember carrying around 50-foot poles too.
What's the
50 feet?
Like 10-foot or
I did
10-foot
the,
poles.
I did
think
the
it was
10 feet poles.
Like, I have a 10-foot pole.
Oh, we don't
like,
have a rope? That's
how have you
okay.
been walking
We'll
these
check this.
hallways?
Yeah.
Just the fluffy
At an
potato.
angle.
The fluffy potato.
It looks more like a peanut.
I've had that come up before. We would have to, like, we would just assume that it would be, like, kind of over the shoulder of a few people. Kind of going down, marching in marching order. Yeah. And then if a fight broke out, we would just, like,
Drop it.
Yeah.
Pick it up later.
So what I'm gathering is
You could go up there and see just what the caravan is doing and what's going on with the whole situation. Or you could go up there preparing to try to get... Like, you don't know where to get into this place, if there's an inn, or if you just need to get up to this place. So, but climbing or by boat is like the two ways to do this. If you want to get to the pinion itself. The sluice, by the way, I'm going to explain this, is a large lake that is around the base of the sluice, and it is fed by the mountains that are behind it, feed down around the sluice, the pinion, into the sluice, and then it forms a river that goes all the way to the inner sea.
And you've said too that it's kind of a source of income for the locals. They fish it.
There's not a whole lot of fish, but it is super mineral rich.
Is what it was.
So they do take water, like that's their water source is from the river that comes right through their town, and it's super mineral rich because the sluice is itself like a crater lake right next to this stone like anomaly. That stone is too hard to mine, so the minerals that are getting leached out of it by the water touching it is like not like anything else around. There's certain types of berries and fruits and other things that grow, and when you add it to the waters of the farmlands around this area, it makes their stuff grow in a much different way or different flavor as other places around because it's so mineral rich.
Gooseberry wine.
Sluiceberry
yeah,
wine.
I have a bottle of that.
It is good stuff.
So I'll take back my previous suggestion. The boat may be the quickest, but they will still probably beat us there, I think. But we will be quite open for visibility. There's, we counted 20? 20?
You didn't count, but you were told the count.
Yeah. You were told 20?
By the way, this is in the morning, just so everyone knows. Like, you guys have woken up before dawn. You've had your full rest, but not everyone was resting because anticipation. So you're at the inn, and you're preparing to go out for the day.
I would suggest we find hooks, iron hooks for pythons, and the mountains may, the climbing will be a slower process, but we will be hidden out in the sluice. We'll be open. They will see us a mile away and prepare for a set of ambushes. I've seen it before.
If we boat, climbing will not be necessary. Plus, the python
Of
cannot be
course.
climbed.
The pinion itself cannot be penetrated by... The pinion cannot be pierced by pythons.
The pinion know, but the surrounding range, perhaps.
So he has a point. we can traverse whenever the mountains, but if we go by boat, I suggest the Cover of Dark.
How large is this lake? We will be seen as soon as the sun kisses the sky. We will give away a position.
That's why we go when the sun no longer kisses your sky.
My sky. Yeah. We'll all die under this sun if we go by
sky.
the
I
lake.
thought we were saying God.
Sky. I think we should go through the climbing route. Must say, as I changed my accent to mid-game.
Mid-game.
I have been among the humans quite a lot.
What's the point of having a sailor if we don't take a route that involves
It's a very good question, my lord. I question it every day we
boat
travel.
and water?
By sea or by land, by standing gets us nowhere.
This is what the humans call a booyah.
Booyah, yeah. Well, the sun's not up yet, so if we're going to set sail, we best do it now.
I vote we take the water route.
Do we have a boat?
No, I
And by vote, I mean I say
what are
we
you
take
doing?
the water route.
He said by boat. Finally, I'm not the only person that misheard something.
What?
I leave at once to procure the boat.
Yeah.
50 gold for a rowboat.
Don't you have
You
a
can't
background
rent it?
bonus? Sisyphean Passage?
On the sea.
Oh, is that what you're going to go
No,
with?
it's true.
It's not the
Oh,
sea.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are fishermen. They're
That's
paddy
true. They're not-
farmers.
they're not
stick
sailors.
pushers. Yeah, I don't know any of these people.
And they already told you that there's not really a community that lives or
Yeah, it's
does
true.
that by the sloughs.
50 gold?
50 gold.
We better do
Like,
some
you-
sweet talking.
Well, then I guess fuck your idea about the
Well, hold on.
boat. We need to mountain climb.
My lord, if we may be able to express the importance of this mission. The three sages were behind this idea. Perhaps
Scholars.
the three scholars were behind this idea. Perhaps we can talk to this and arrange something. Yes, 50 gold may be an extravagant
I
price.
may be able to convince the simple fishers that I can sail and we
Yeah.
can bring the boat back.
Now, that's 50 gold to buy one here in Shade Rest. You may go up there and find one that you can rent or borrow, or someone that you can just pay
And
to
there's
take
nothing
you over.
obviously rentable here.
No.
Okay.
At least not this early in the morning. Like, the only thing that's open is a general store and some laborers like that. Like,
Then perhaps secure the pitons in case the boat is not in motion.
How dare you ask the Lord to do that? I shall be making that task.
how
I order
dare.
nothing, I suggest only a method of action.
Dear.
How dare. How dare.
It's going to be horrible. It's going to be like two different conflicting accents
I
from the
know.
same team. It's going to be great.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
It is half Kaji.
I know.
Indigo.
I'm
I
okay
really
with,
should have
I'm
these
okay with the
crimes.
Khajiit.
Almost French.
Uh-huh.
Be our sailor, take us to the next jailer. You have to drink.
So,
World Cup
each
champions.
python you want is
Viva la
5
Tía
copper.
5 copper? Got that.
An actual climber's kit itself,
Ugh.
which includes special pythons, boot tips, gloves, and harness, and allows you to anchor yourself, do all kinds of crazy stuff. Though that is 25 gold.
I have that kind of cabbage.
So if you just want to buy a whole bunch of pythons and rely on your each 50 feet of ropes, then
Pythons are how much each?
5 copper.
5 copper.
So you can buy,
We'd probably need like 10 to a man, wouldn't we?
depends.
5 to a man?
5 to, I mean, bare minimum would be 3 per person, and that's still risky.
Yeah, let's do
Let's do
5 to a
five
man.
versus
That's
15.
going to be
15
1
times
silver
5
and
coppers.
5 copper.
20.
5 times 5 is 25, so...
Oh, I forget there's 4 of us. Yeah.
Right,
So,
So-
2.5
Like,
gold.
don't forget
2.5...
So 2 gold and 5 silver.
Well, 15 is 2 silver, 5 copper for 5
Each.
So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 gold. 8 gold will give you all 5.
I'm going to buy mine 5 on my own.
No, not 8 gold. Sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8.
I only have
Sorry,
2
2,
gold.
4, 6, 8,
I report.
9, 10. 1 gold gets you each 5 pythons.
All
1
four
gold
of
each. Okay,
Right.
I got it.
So 5 copper each python. 5 pythons is 2.5 silver. You need to buy that 4 times. 2.5 silver 4 times is 1 gold.
I'll buy mine.
2, 4, 6, 8.
No, I
Plus
got
the
it.
2
I got
halves.
2
No,
gold.
stop doing that.
No,
Stop doing that. I'll buy my own because I'm going to use them in the future anyway.
you're just making it
Fine,
complicated.
I am
No,
complicated.
I'm not.
So what do I got?
I think it's whatever. Let's just call it 1 gold for 25. for each of you to have 5. My math is way off.
Yeah, I was
saying
gonna say,
1
this is
gold.
getting crazy.
All right, huh? 1 gold for all of you to have 5.
Alright. I'll
Pythons.
go in half then. I'll spend 5 silver.
Yasa will give the other.
Okay,
Alright.
so we all have 5 pythons.
You all have 5 pythons.
So that leaves me with 2 gold and 4 silver. Okay.
Okay.
Do you get a boat yet?
What?
We're gonna do
Rock,
that
clock. He's wrong.
later as we get closer to the.
Yeah.
Right, so you're setting out as soon as you get the pythons?
Yeah, let's hurry up before the sun comes up.
The life of the wife is taken by the night. It's not me.
The life of the wife is taken by the life. Right. No, don't do that to me. It's gonna stick. Yes, we go to the lake.
All right. So on exiting the northern gates, there's already some guards there, but the door is still closed. They open it for you without any question or, I mean, they comment, but they're just being polite. Like,
Damn right.
oh, yeah. Off to the sluice today.
Watch for those goblins.
Good hunting.
Thank you.
Goblins aren't smart enough to come from the north.
Yeah. Don't underestimate their stupidity.
Or cunning, Yasa says. And off you go in the darkness. So, heading up towards the Pinion, it gets pretty hilly and rocky. There's a main path that heads towards the sluice. And you've seen, you know what foothills look like. You live here, so like pretty large, tumbling
We live in
foothills at this
Arizona.
point. And there's a main path that goes through there that's well worn, marked. It looks like it's maintained. Then there's other paths that will lead off into the foothills itself. So it looks like there's multiple areas to go if you just want to get to the lake somehow, but you don't know how old some of these are. The tracks that are off the main path are varying degrees of worn and not worn and shoddy and who knows where they go. Do you just want to take the main path all the way there, or do you want to, when you think you're getting close, try to deviate off and do something else?
We won't find a boat off the town road.
Mm-hmm.
In that case,
Unless this.
I'd say in that case, I guess we stay on the.
All right. So you stay on the main road, and you're heading up. Eventually, the foothills break. It gets to a point where it's just too rocky, and the terrain changes. So it almost gets to beach, but it's one of those rocky, stone, just exposed stone
Carolina
beach.
Beach.
Right? And you get on that, and just as this, it just takes a couple hours to get up to the sluice from Shade Rest.
So the sun's up by now, right?
So the sun is coming up, and that's when the mist starts rising.
Oh.
So this nice fog kind of rolls down, and a mist forms clinging to the ground. And you guys get to this place where, the foothills give way, and now you're on this rocky, stony beach. So it's about still 1/8 of a mile to the water line, but it's opening up now. So if you want to try to look for where these people are, or if you want to look for a fisherman on your own type of thing, you can.
One of those
So you can
sailor
roll.
whistles.
I would say.
You can roll.
A I don't know the name of that. Semaphore is the flag. I don't remember the whistle call for a boat. What it's referred to. I guess we could Google it, but
You can roll survivals or investigations if you want to try to see if you see signs of a caravan or something unusual passing through here.
I would say I don't need to say anything to say that this fog is the perfect cover for the boat. If we are to
Right.
cover.
Yeah.
So fortuitous. So if you want to try to track this thing, you can do that. If you just want to keep moving up to the sluice itself, to the banks, then it'll be perceptions eventually.
Okay.
So tell me what you're doing.
I'm gonna keep moving up.
Yeah, let's keep moving up.
All right, so you just keep heading towards the shoreline. Perceptions.
Oh dear.
Oh, sorry, disadvantage because of the fog.
Wow. Huh. All right.
So still the third first
Perception.
thing you rolled.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, disadvantage.
disadvantage. Wow, that's 2 double digits I saw there.
Yeah, it was a natural 20, but that was the good one. 15, actually,
Oh, did you get the same thing?
19.
19.
At
All right.
disadvantage. It's
Oh,
not
you
too
got
bad.
So he got a
19
19
with disadvantage?
He rolled a natural
I rolled
20,
a 20
and a 15.
Wow.
Remember that one, like the very first time D&D 5e came out, and it was still D&D Next.
Yeah.
We were playing. I don't even remember what.
Well, we were playing a few things. I don't
it
remember
was
each
just
of them.
me and you.
Was it the? Oh, was the? I think it was a Clegg Obama one actually. A
And-
human though, going to see some hermit up in the mountains.
And you rolled, like I disadvantaged you with a poison or something, and you double 20'd
Yeah.
a disadvantage roll. I'm like, really?
Yeah. That's
like
right.
what?
So
I
heroes
was
are made
so
of.
trying to kill you that night.
You did.
No, I wasn't.
Even worse, I lived and then we stopped playing.
We
We
stopped
stopped
playing. Whatever it
dying.
was,
Nothing after that.
What was that game? I'll have to think about it later.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
sure
see.
it's somewhere in the. I don't think it wasn't one of the play-by-post games. It was like we got together here.
You just make an episode you win, didn't you?
Probably that's what I do with all these games.
Yeah, but I mean,
No planning.
yeah. My favorite though was the Priest of Rathma that I played with you when we were exploring D&D Next.
Yeah,
A little Diablo game.
Diablo game.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. All right, so you, out of everyone, notice a little flickery, like a light spot. Like so, there's fog and mist all around you, and you start to see the banks of the water lapping up into the gravel and the rock side. There's this little light spot in the fog off to your right, and it's kind of coming in and out, like light, dark, like it's about this big. So you don't have any perspective or anything like that. It's just some ways away. There's something trying to make light in the fog.
Well, we were at what point?
So you're coming up on the sluice. Like you can hear the waters. You can pretty much see where rocks are wet now.
So we're just under a mile away from the actual shore.
No, you're there now. Like you were an eighth of a mile from the shore when you hit the rock line, like where the foothill stopped. Now you're there. Like you've crossed the gravel beach and you're just through the fog. You can hear it, you can smell it, you can see the moisture in the rocks. So the water is just ahead of you. But off to the right is a light.
That we can't see.
Well, we did.
Well, he hasn't said anything yet. He's spotted it, but he hasn't said anything yet.
Well, I would probably tell them, hey guys, I see a light off to our right or east, whatever it may be.
Metal Siren. Welcome, Metal Siren.
Samir! Hey!
Samir.
If you follow us, you'll get this crazy little graphic.
47 weeks late.
yeah.
So do you know Metal Siren?
Yeah. She's an old role player friend of mine. She's good people. Nice to have you here. This is a stupid fucking game. Hey, welcome.
They are a group of Dragonborn on a quest, but right now they're in the fog at the foot of a mountain where a lake is, trying to figure out how to cross the lake or find a caravan or find a fisherman. Who knows?
The problem is that we know that there's a big band of combatants.
A caravan.
A caravan of
20 strong.
20 strong. That might be more than we can shoot right now. That's also going in. They're probably ahead of us.
So
I would definitely tell them this information. I see some sort of flickering type of light.
What? What?
So points out.
Now that I see it in the fog, am I able to tell? Like, is it like a town? Is it a torch? Is it anything? No.
You've got like you've been in fog before, so roll an intelligence check.
Oh.
Let's see how smart you are, smart guy.
I'm just joking around.
You've got a great intelligence. It's your spellcasting.
Oh, holy shit, you are smart. Damn.
Yeah. It's a spellcasting trait.
Oh, that's
I wanted...
Yeah.
So I want to make a variant for Arcane Trickster. And I know, like, people just main stat it, but I don't care. Like, he was taught by a bard.
So you think it'd be charisma?
I'm like, hey, just make it charisma the main stat, because he's got bardic magic. But they're like, oh, they're kind of like wizards. I'm like, it seems weird for...
Well, I think it'd be like, these are the rogues that are smart enough to be able to, like, kind of pick apart these secrets that they're always finding. Because I picture like a straight like rogue thief would see all this cool magical shit and be like, well, that's interesting. I don't know how this shit works though. When Arcane Trickster's the one who's like, you know what? I bet I keep seeing these things kind of work a pattern. I don't know. I see them as a thinking man, scoundrel that can piece together the arcane. I don't know.
15.
I am a show.
It does look like either a lantern or a torchlight through fog.
It's not moving up and down. It's not a ship.
It's not moving up and down, but it is flickering in and out, which makes you think that it is a flame of an open flame of some sort.
We should make an
Someone
attack.
said this, just gonna say, someone keeps the flame alive there. So it's not a fluke. It's not magic. It's not a boat. It's someone lit a fire on something.
Should we advance?
Maybe one of us should.
One.
I'll sneak up there.
The underhanded way. Yes.
Stealth.
I'm good at stealth.
The party splitter.
That would be
You are good at
23.
20. Okay, yeah. So you sneak up, and lo and behold, as you get closer, there's an entire encampment circled by wagons. It looks like you have discovered the caravan. They have put in torches, like not tiki torches, but they're tall. They're like stick torches, like full on with like the wraps and the fire
Dragonborn
around the edge, and then they have circled 4 of their carts, and there's an encampment there. There's at least 6 people in the encampment. Not all of them are awake. It seems that there's like 3 people that are up and doing stuff, and maybe one of those is kind of like actively on guard, like walking around the perimeter. But what you do notice is they have a rowboat. So their encampment is on the bank, encircled by wagons with the torches, and here's the water bank, and then in the middle, kind of off towards the right, more towards you, is a rowboat that they've just kind of pulled up onto shore. So there's a rowboat sitting there, but there's 4 people in this group, one of which seems to be actively watching, protecting it.
So you said there was like 6 people
6
here.
people.
So 2 of them are asleep.
So 2 of them are down, and then the other 4, you don't know if they're asleep or if they're just inactive, like just hanging out.
And the rowboat is... So it's just a quick sort of picture for me. It's like the sluice is to the east, north, southwest.
Like it's north. So let's call it north. So
it's above us.
It's above.
Forward.
It's forward.
Okay.
So you have this half circle of torches with a half circle of wagons.
And the open side of the circle is facing the sluice.
The open side of the circle, because that's the water. Yeah. And then the boat is towards where you're coming in. So you're coming from this area. It's not on the edge. It's towards the center of the encampment, but it's not at the dead center. It's more towards where you're coming up to it. Ooh.
I have a really good idea, but I don't want to just do it.
You're on your own, man. No one will know if you do it. I'm looking at Savroth.
Sorry. My camera just... I need to put tape.
He's been gone a while, Lord.
Alright.
No, he's been gone at all.
Calm down.
Rofrost says it. I'm just saying. Rofrost is anxious right now.
He's gone for 30 seconds. He's been gone too long.
Yeah. His mission should be done.
Do it. No siren says. What are you doing? What are you thinking of?
All right. So what I want to do is beyond the half ragged caravan off to the left. I would love to set something on fire a little bit. Do
You
something.
have prestidigitation,
I
don't
do.
you?
It's like 10 feet.
But you can make noises and sounds.
That's what I'm saying. But then I want to
or little
message
fires and pops.
the person, but yell like we're over here to the left. We're in danger, and then steal the boat.
So you're trying to distract the guard
Yes,
with
and then
magic.
take the boat.
Let's
Yes,
take the boat. That's brilliant.
that's what I want to do.
Well, I don't tell you that because
Now-
I'm not there.
You're not there, but that's what I want to do.
Like distracted messaging him. He might just raise an alarm and wake
Gotcha.
everyone.
So then let's
but
just
distracting him,
Yes,
so throw a rock or
I would like to.
Yeah,
shoot
mage
off an
hand,
arrow.
too.
I would like to create the sound of swords clanging.
Again, that might raise alarm. Like he's not going to go investigate swords clanging on his own. He'll wake everyone up for that.
Don't let this
I'm
guy.
sorry. You just want a weird noise that warrants someone going, I don't need to wake everyone up for this, but I'm going to go see what it is.
Okay,
Right?
Then a whistle.
Okay. I mean, if you were a guard
Yeah.
and saying, like, hey, someone's going to come for us, and you were to whistle, and you have 5 other people with you, would you go, hey, someone's out here, or would you just go investigate yourself?
What sound would distract a guard from that sort of thing?
I don't know, make it sound like the gravel crunching or a weird owl hooting or something. And you don't even need a distraction. There's only one guy watching.
Yeah.
He's going in a pattern, or not really a pattern, but he's walking around. You can just try to sneak in when he's not near the boat.
Have you ever played Tenchu Stealth Assassins?
Yeah. And Z and 1 and 2 and 3 and also yeah.
Then what's the problem, brah?
I don't know. I came up with a couple of good ideas that were not.
Don't listen. He's just trying to psych you.
I'm just saying I'm going to react realistically.
I got
And
you.
if a guard hears something identifiable that seems threatening, he's going to raise an alarm.
I feel like the crunch of boots is scarier than like.
It's spooky.
But there's also just fishermen here. Clanging of swords means that there's someone fighting. That's a threat. The crunching of boots means there's some local. But it could also mean that there's a threat. Or you can just wait. Sexy woman moaning loudly.
Oh.
So I was actually going to say like a very loud ow.
Ow! Oh.
But again, it's like it depends on how. Like these, it's a guard. You don't know how professional they are. Like if it's a professional guard, he's going to call for help the moment he hears anything suspicious.
All right, a rustling in the bushes.
All right. So you make a rustling in the bushing sounds off in an area.
Hey, stop that rustling.
The guy is patrolling and he kind of looks up. And he looks around. He goes over to another. So the guy that's walking around, he's in a chain shirt. He's got a sword. So he looks like a fighter. The other guys are just like in leathers and cloaks and things like that. They're just like look like laborers. But the guy, like, he walks over towards the center of camp and he kicks somebody. says, "All right, get up. Sun's rising. We need another eye on this." So another guy gets up and takes a chain shirt and puts it on and gets a sword and stands up and starts walking around as well.
I'm going to pray to Bahama to give me the power to message him and say, "Good job, jerk."
Yeah.
Does it work?
So they offset in their patrol at this point?
One's on one side, the other one's on the other, yeah.
Are my prayers answered?
I have another terrible idea.
And like, you don't have to use any of these spells. You can
I
just try to sneak in.
I was gonna
There's
say-
fog.
What I want to do instead now, that didn't work, was mage hand the boat into the water
Mm.
and then swim after it a little bit.
Mage hand.
Splashing.
Well, no, mage hand can only affect up to 5 pounds.
Mm.
Boat is way too heavy for that.
Is it 5 pounds of pressure just to push it?
10 pounds.
10 pounds.
10 pounds. Ah, 10 pounds of pressure.
DM says no, it's a no then.
Like, the thing is, you have an enhanced mage hand, but it's just because it's invisible and you can do sleight of hand and other things with it.
Well, I'm going to go for it. These guys don't seem too on the ball. I'm gonna head over to it.
All right.
Just
So
plain
you have stealth with advantage because of the fog.
Mm. Mm.
No, that's all right. Sorry, I always lose track of where it actually is. Nope, not where it is. Skills, stealth. Yeah, so that's cool.
He has advantage.
He has advantage.
Oh, the advantage, so...
You can just roll it again.
Fucking 16.
I expressed my concerns to Lord
Advantage is the
Shamrock
better
again.
of the two.
Yeah, that's the better of the two.
With all your bonuses?
That's with my bonus.
Yeah.
At a +8.
You rolled an 8.
The best of 2 rolls.
The
Wow.
other roll was a 7.
All right, well, you get to the boat, and you get in, and you slide into the water. There's that... You see the one guard, like, as you're, like, looking around, the one guard that you did the bushes rustling to before goes, again, but now he's looking out where you made the bushes rustle earlier. So he's like... And you climb into the boat, and it... Just let it slink out into the fog until you can't see the...
Doubted me.
Did doubt
until you
you.
can't see the...
I doubted the shit out of you. Well done.
Bruh. So you can't see the shore anymore, and you're free and clear with the boat.
Pretty sneaky.
You gonna try to navigate to where these guys are?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough for a boatman, not a bosun. So, like, you guys are all sitting there, and all of a sudden, next to you. Yeah, nothing
Empty mini fridge.
I have
That's
arrived.
satisfying.
Yeah, right. I have arrived despite doubts.
Ah,
He has a boat.
Cybernax. Ah, I knew you'd come back. Never doubted you for a second. Says Rofras. Rofras believed in you.
Robert was not on my
I
side.
didn't. But my character did. Well done. What was over there?
Oh, yeah. So I would skinny the party amount and size and that sort of thing.
There's a bunch of humans and demi-humans. He says like they were like humans, humans, half elves. There's like a dwarf in the mix. They just seem kind of like laborers or mercenary types, rough and tumble. The caravan had, from what you saw, probably at least 3 boats in it. So like the tarps were off on some, and like things were removed.
Okay.
So
Should have poked some holes in those boats.
no. There only the one boat was there, but there was probably 2 more boats.
Oh, they contained boats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, they had sacks and barrels and other things of supplies of who knows what.
Well, it means they've already set out onto the lake. It's a good thing we didn't climb. It was a terrible suggestion, Cybernax. I'm glad I decided to go with the boats. We should
Right.
go.
All right. So you guys all get in the boat and push off?
I'm going to stay back and have a smoke, but you guys can... I'm just
Yeah.
Of course.
All right.
Like, yeah, I'm not getting in this boat without that.
So
Okay.
even with the fog and the fact that you're in the shadow of the pinion, your nautical sense keeps you from just going in circles out on this lake. So you just start heading towards the pinion. Eventually, if you keep going north enough, you're going to hit the base of that thing.
About halfway there, as you've told us the story of your travel, of your little, expedition out there, it says, what you should have done is make the voice of a moaning woman. That would get soldiers. I've seen it happen in my military time in the Clangola service.
It's been a long time. Mimic the woman for me.
I don't think I can make it myself, but I will find you. I will find you a suitable partner, so you can hear that sound once again. For the first time, I'm not.
I thought you meant human woman.
Everyone make a perception check.
I was going to say, the women Dragonborn would not distract the guards in the same way. Raw!
Yeah, they make a big sound. It's very terrible.
Minimum safe
Wow,
distance.
you guys suck.
Wow, I'm glad the leader of the expedition is paying attention.
Yeah,
We're like shit talking each other, and you're like out here for the actual mission.
And we perceive nothing.
We both rolled 3s. It was terrible.
There's a sound of a moaning woman off.
Meanwhile, I rolled a
I think it's a great inn name, the Moaning Woman.
The moaning woman.
my plus.
Oh damn!
There's a sound of a moaning woman off
Really?
in the front of you, in the front of the boat,
Sorry.
like towards where you're heading.
Did you hear that?
Hmm.
What is that?
Oh, we were just told we heard it, so I would stop the boat.
Pull the brakes? Like, what do you?
I mean, you roll against.
I don't know. I'm not a sailor.
He was right.
What?
Roll a 3, miss an inside joke.
Ah, damn.
The moaning stops.
No, they're done.
Let's continue.
We continue.
Was it a moan of distress?
There was a moan of pleasure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I know what it sounds like.
Yeah, congratulations. We'll set you up when we get back to the clan holdings.
All right. When you get back, I'll tell you what just happened to these guys.
What? She said that?
She's got to go download an app,
Oh.
so she's leaving.
Yeah.
All right, man. Continue back on.
Yeah.
I guess so.
He says continue, we continue.
Okay.
These videos.
Alright, I'm gonna pee real quick.
I'm gonna get some water if he's pissing off.
Yasa casts prestidigitation to make the sound of a moaning woman.
Thank you,
Just to see if
like-
what you were saying is true.
Yeah.
And you absolutely did. Everyone stopped, and it stopped the whole thing. It actually worked. All right, we'll be right back. 3 minutes.
Where are they?
Yeah, that's it. Hello, everybody. I know that's. Alright, I won't do the bit. Damn, dog. And he wouldn't let me do my commercial bit while everyone
What's
was
the commercial bit?
I'm going to start praising the Bahamut, you know?
Don't move. I gotta sit down.
Randy, Benji, come here. Come here. No. Just come here.
Hey, you left. We all thought it was a time to take a break. So,
Benji,
what had happened was they were talking about moaning women distract guards. So Iyasa, the mage of the group,
that was her the whole time.
cast prestidigitation to make the sound of a moaning woman, and it absolutely worked on the two guys that we're talking about.
It's a weird thing to hear.
Not me. I noticed what happened.
The noise you're hearing, by the way, is my friend's dog over there, Bandy.
Bandy, say hello.
She's not in the picture. There she is. There's Bandy.
Bandy, say hello. Alright, she really doesn't like being like up.
No, she doesn't like being handled.
Yeah. Shouldn't. Stop it.
Sorry.
What's this red line over here?
Red light?
This
No,
line.
you left like a text box.
Oh, sorry. It's just, I was highlighting it. It doesn't show up on the screen.
Oh, somebody had to talk while we were gone.
Huh?
Somebody talked while we were
Yeah, she came back. Well, turn. Allow Robert. No good with the bitches.
Tale as old as time.
Alright.
Beast and the Beast.
Beast and
So-
the Beast.
You guys row
Sorry
your
about
way.
my voice.
You guys row your way across. The sun is starting to get a little bit higher. A little bit of the fog is starting to burn off, and you can see more of the lake around you. The lake is... The sluice itself is a weird texture. It's like...
Yeah.
Hey! Katie Sue!
6-man raid incoming.
Raid incoming.
Da, da, da.
Thank you. This
Thank
bitch
you.
loves you. So 6-person raid coming. That means we've got Katie Sue host our channel with 6 people viewing her channel. So she's
Oh, wow.
bringing in 6 people to watch our channel.
Don't they have anything better to do?
Shut it. Welcome to Raid. This is our Dragonborn Salvation campaign. We're playing D&D 5e in the Forgotten Realms setting, and everyone is playing a Dragonborn of the same clan from Tyrmanther trying to save their homeland. So,
We just stole a boat and we're on a lake heading towards an ominous rock called the Pinion to see if it has any significance to our Lord's dream about the salvation of our clan.
Which, according to legend, may be a spike in the neck of an
thank you.
ancient
We
beast.
very much appreciate sharing the love. Sorry if we don't keep up with the chat. We only have one screen with the chat up. We try to engage with the audience as much as possible and continue the storyline at the same time. So feel free to chat with us, talk with us, ask questions, fun stuff. All right. So again, this place you've been told is impenetrable, is solid rock. The dwarves completely ignore this place because you can't mine it, you can't do anything with it. There's no way in it. But for somehow, through providence or fate or destiny, as you're coming through the fog, kind of floating blind, as you make your way up, you actually see a crevasse, a crack in the base of the pinion as it hits the sluice. Oh, I was saying earlier, the water is surprisingly clear, but has a mirrored finish on top. So you can see through the water almost all the way down to the base.
But we get
but
a transparent
a
reflection.
super reflection.
Oh, wow.
You can see clearly your own boat and all this stuff. So this crevasse, this thing, and looks wide enough for your boat to fit into.
Oh, it's over the water.
It's over the water. It's coming out of the water, this crack in the thing. And looking down left and right, this isn't a perfectly sheer surface. It's got nooks and crannies and crags. But yeah, this is the only thing you see that is an entrance to this place.
Well, he answered my question about the boat. So, Lord Savroth, do you wish us to enter the Pinion?
I believe that is where we are meant to go.
It would seem to be with progress. Now, so this thing, we saw this thing miles away. So that, like, if we're approaching the base of this thing, I know it's impossibly tall, but like, how wide is it this close? So is it like
you can't see the end?
We can't see the end of the sides.
No, like there's
like driving up to a glacier.
First off, you're on a fog, but you remember in Princess Bride, the Cliffs of Insanity when they came up to it? Like that's it. Like you're at the base of this. Like just nothing to the left and right for all you can see.
Well,
you might as well be in the ocean right now, coming up to a completely sheer cliff, because that's all you can see in all directions around you is water and this stone in front of you.
Well, then we absolutely. I mean,
so I say Savroth commands, so I'm pushing the boat in.
You're taking it in there. Yeah. All right. So
I give a cold.
It echoes. Cold.
So inside this crack, the how this goes, like the walls and everything. Is, have you ever seen those pictures of the sandstone?
Antelope Canyon.
In Utah? Mm-hmm. Antelope Canyon in Utah. It's like these weird tunnels with like these weird ridges and windswept.
Oh, I've seen that. That's in Utah? I thought it was like the Painted Desert.
Like, I'm going to show some images to my group here, but it's like this.
Oh, yeah. That's not, I thought those were in Arizona. Utah.
Yeah, so like that.
Some part of Antelope Canyon specifically
in the page. So this is like you're on the water. This is water, and you're coming through
That's beautiful. If you could show the camera,
I know. I can't show it on mine. They can show it on theirs.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
So, it's like that, but it's not brown. It's the silvery gray.
That does not come up okay.
It's like a flower.
Yeah.
See Sorry. With the phone.
So
they can Google what you just said, though.
Antelope Canyon.
Antelope Canyon.
It's actually outside a page, but it's also not showing up.
Yeah. Like so, it's like this, but it's that silver gray that the mountain is made out of, and it's just these windswept, very natural windswept with like the grooves and all that stuff in them. And as you're going through, like there's like the walls and there's splits, and there's no real rhyme or reason. Like, I'm not going to ask you lefts and rights because it doesn't really matter. You have no idea where you're going.
Sure.
But eventually, there's a point where you get through the waterways, and there's a raise. Like there's a part that goes up, and it looks like there's other crevices and canyons or walls or tunnels. So if you want, you could beach the boat here, get off, and start walking into this internal structure.
Zyronex, you should take a look.
Before we beach, does it look like someone else has already landed and walked around?
You do not see the signs of any other boats. And this place, for probably never being touched by someone coming through here, there's no dust or real dirt through this place, but there's a lot of moisture in here because of the water.
Sure. Okay.
Lord Savroth, we appear to be first here. I can scout ahead.
Do you know of any good way to possibly hide or transport here so it will not be discovered for people that may come after us?
We can sink the boat.
I mean, it's a canoe. We could fill it with water just off the shore. It would be obvious. We could fill the boat with water near the shore and still retrieve it later, but if it was to be searched for, it would be found. Plus our tracks will give us away.
It's their boats, though. Let them see it.
I stole it.
They don't know.
We need a way back, though.
Well, yes, but if they come and see this boat, they would see that, there's a party already here. Time to go to the next channel.
I think the partial scuttle is the best idea. We can sink it just offshore and we can pull it back up. But
you can also try to swim it up, or swing it up underneath where this ledge goes up around the corner of the next bend, essentially, and somehow secure it to the wall. But again, you can't put pythons in here or anything like that, so you'd have to come up with some pretty creative way to stick it there and hope it doesn't move.
You could use your acid spit, fuse it to the wall.
And then remove it how? More acid.
More acid!
Right. Let's keep putting holes in the boat.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
I burned it with my vomit.
I guess we should go with this partial scuttle. So at the very least, it'll give us a few extra minutes before they realize that someone else is here. If they make it through this way, but I'm presuming they will eventually.
Or they could have found another branch in another way.
They won't necessarily be looking for a scuttle boat either, so...
They won't know which one was stolen, but as you command, Lord Saffron.
So you scuttling it? Okay. It is. You can get it to a point where like you can see the depths and the crack goes pretty deep, but you can wedge this thing in a place where it doesn't go any further than you can swim down and pull it back out. And with you, it's fairly easy. Like, they could just tie a rope around you. You're in heavy metal armor. You just walk down, grab it, and then pull it back up. Like, so. All right. You scuttle the boat and continue on foot.
I'm drenched. It's chilly up here.
You dry out pretty fast.
Don't worry, I'm dry now.
Ayasa just prestidigitations you dry.
That's a fancy trick. Did you change my clothes or anything? You didn't do anything weird, did you?
He has a big pink stripe down his back now.
Okay. I'm one of those dragons that can turn his head 360 like an owl. Yeah.
It's weird dragon.
The hell is this?
Or so I think it's 180.
No, 360 is a full circle.
And all, like, you can actually go all the way around
Yeah.
without breaking your neck.
Yeah.
But like 361 is where it
It's
snaps.
kind of like a ball socket joint, you know? Don't ask how my windpipe connects.
Or the muscles
anything.
or anything like
No.
because you can, like, you know, this is a ball socket.
Look,
I can
this
totally...
is a fantasy realm full of magic and wonder, alright?
All right, you guys start heading through this canyon. Like, it is when you have light. I'm assuming you cast light or light torches. Two of you have the light cantrip, so you can just light on your sword, light on this, light on that, whatever it needs to be. Light in this place reflects off of the silvery gray walls and the grooves, and just illuminates these tunnels for like a long ways. But it does act kind of oddly in the fact that the light, like, as you're looking at it or as you're looking back or away, it's hard to determine origin because it's reflecting off so many of these grooves and bouncing back and forth down these tunnels.
Right.
Also, sound seems to do the same thing. So your sounds are warbled and muffled, but you also would know that if you heard something deeper in this cave, you would have no idea how to figure out where it came from.
Yeah. Real fun house of mirrors, huh?
Yeah.
Can I got my claws out. Can I even, I know this is really hard, so can I score it?
No.
I can't score it. Okay.
But you can pull out chalk.
Chalk? Yeah, I don't think I have chalk, but
Whoever has Explorer's Pack has chalk.
Or priest chalk.
I don't see it in my equipment, but...
No?
Let's see.
But I also thought that I would have Titans also, so I'm not sure.
What pack do you have? Do you have the Burglar's Pack or do you have the Explorer's Pack?
Oh, I think I have the Burglar.
Wow, I don't have that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Right. Either the priest or the mage can put ink spots as well. So.
I mean, I don't want to get lost in this weird maze of...
Hell, with prestidigitation, she could just start putting mage marks on the walls.
This is the stupid rogue pack that is a tinderbox, 2 different types of rope.
Yeah.
And like a belaying pin, yeah. So a rock with a small hole in it.
Well, those are from your background.
No, I know.
From your sailor background.
Rock with a hole in it.
All right, so you're making your way through this. Everyone make me perception checks.
You guys are fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, I did fine.
God, read the rolls tonight.
What'd you get told? What was your little perception there, Smarty?
Did you do crazy good to our shittiness?
No, he was being a dick.
I got a 19 though.
I got a 24.
24.
Yeah.
Glad somebody's paying attention.
What do you roll?
I'm like,
19 plus
I
5.
can't scratch the walls, guys. It's weird.
What did you get?
I got 5 plus 3, 7.
8.
8. Math. Quick
Math.
math.
Hey, I screwed up on it.
counting.
I have no idea how, like, the Pythons worked earlier. So the two people that got actually good rolls, every once in a while you'll like see down tunnels and think you see light from other sources, and think every once in a while that you hear what sounds to be like movement, like either footsteps, or you might hear some what sounds like conversation from far away. But again, you can hear these things, but there is absolutely no way you could tell the origin points. So you are alerted the fact that you are probably not alone unless these are your own sounds coming back to you and your own light reflecting back through the caverns.
That's a rough for us because he's got the big weapon.
Yeah.
Huh?
We may not be alone.
Yeah, no.
What? Get my big hammer out.
Ayasa goes ahead and puts on her mage armor because that also produces light. So.
I'll start channeling some of my garnered favor with Bahamut to start casting light out of my own hammer there.
The channel divinity?
Yeah.
It only lasts like a minute, doesn't it?
Oh, it only does. It's not 10 minutes. It's only 1 minute. All
So
right,
I'd wait on that. Like
I get ready.
Like her mage armor is 4 hours, so
8 hours actually.
isn't it only 8 with? Did they change that?
Well.
8 hours, yeah. Because I thought it was like 4, and you could like extend it, and then powered extended. But I'm still in 4th edition, so yeah, 8 hours. So she gets that off, and now she has that scintillating,
that fractal prismatic,
kind of display. Like she's
a kaleidoscope.
It is a kaleidoscopic, but I'm thinking of a stained glass, like almost a stained glass window look to her. As if you're looking at her through stained glass. Or she is made out of stained glass.
Yeah, so look really weird right now.
Alright.
You look weird.
You look weird. You're totally weird. Alright, so again, no point in going which way you're going, left, right, up. Because
we're just kind of cutting
it's natural caverns, this and that.
I imagine there's like brief moments of I guess
I'm sure eventually you come up with like we always go left, or we always go right, or we always go the path that leads us up. Because, I mean, you definitely don't want to get back down to the water line, because it would just dead end you back into the water.
Personally.
But up is eventually how you kind of go, and you feel that you have been making your way, like, if you think about this as a huge stone pinion, this spike in here, you came into this little crack, you feel that you're kind of like going up and possibly in circles and around on each other through all this thing until you get to a point where you are definitely sure that you see light, and it's being produced by not you, and it's getting brighter. There's also what could possibly be, and it takes you a while to realize this, a ringing. And like at first you just think it's the echoes, the quietness of your own head, but after a while it's like there's definitely a low thrum.
So the ringing's not like a ding ding ding.
No, it's like,
resonation.
And a light being emanated from somewhere deeper in. The light seems not yellowish. It seems silverish or grayish.
Volunteer to sneak ahead again real quick and take a look.
Okay. Wait, who got the 24? You got a 24? On your way to this point, you do feel like you hear somewhere close by to you, like, and it's not like the echo of distant footsteps, but it seems like a closer and not to your timing of your boot steps, but it sounds like, and it doesn't even sound like boot steps. It sounds like hands slapping on or touching the walls.
So I'll signal the party to stop, but also, I guess, skinny that it sounds like unbooted hand.
Unbooted hand.
Creature or some sort. Unbooted hand.
Uncovered hand.
Well, that's peculiar. You make this light.
It seems illuminating.
I agree.
The light is up at you. The sound of the hand was not echoed and seemed close.
So it's more slappy than.
Yeah.
If I have already.
I suggest you arm yourselves while I look ahead. I will look ahead.
All right.
Catch you, let them know that the climb has come.
Are you
Make this sound. Ah!
Are you going to try to stealth, or are you just going to walk up there? Like,
I'll stealth up there.
Okay.
15. It's still pretty sneaky.
With the +8? Like, you took that as one of your expertise.
It is my expertise.
And
Getting you double bonus and everything?
yeah, it's a +8. And he's rolling 15s. Like, come on, man.
Hey,
I know, I get it. The dice,
I'm not
the dice
doing
do what
it
they.
on purpose.
The dice do what they
I'm
do.
not undershoot it. Like,
All right.
I'm only going to add 4.
As you're heading up, and it looks like this thing kind of roundabouts and like cuts left and may have another tunnel down. You're heading up and you're like, being quiet. You're hugging the wall and sliding, and your hand like goes into a divot, and you're like, and you kind of like step back and look, and the way the rock is shaped as you're walking up, you'd have completely missed that there is a turn here or this area, because it just like the perspective.
So my hand hits what's basically in the hallway backwards.
And it's up. So like, and it's like at waist level, there's all of a sudden this pathway up, and looking at it, it is like clear for the first time that light is coming from this tunnel, and it's bouncing out into the tunnel in front of you and down and up. So you're like, this might be where that silverish light is coming from.
All right. I'll go back for my party.
They are waiting.
A skinny information. Yeah, they're all dead. Oh, the saving throws for death quickly.
You could have warned us.
No, they're waiting. Yeah,
Why didn't I warn them? Now I'm German.
Yeah.
I
So
see
you're
it,
spinning
that-
it, huh?
So there's a
A clear path.
Let's switch back to where the light's at.
Was the coast clear?
I don't know, apparently, right?
and you didn't see anybody.
Didn't hear anything.
No, nothing of important. You're the boss. I can go back and look farther
No.
up the hill.
I don't know.
You guys all make your way up.
No,
to
we
it?
should pursue.
Okay.
That's
All right,
clearly where we need
so,
to go. We may have found this before.
Like if you were looking, you would have just walked right past this, because it's just like one of those optical illusions on the wall that the ridges of this crevice match the ridges beyond it. So like you'd have just walked right by and not noticed, unless you turned your head at the exact time you were next to it to see it.
Just like Indiana Jones in the Last Crusade.
Or Labyrinth.
Oh, yeah.
It's right in front of you.
Yeah.
The wall was the same. Yeah.
Ooh.
So you can climb up into this passageway. Who's going first?
I'll brave it.
All right.
Well, if you're going first, then I'll go last, because stay in the back.
Watch the back. All right.
Alright. Hoist.
You hoist. You go first. Who's going second? You.
Hold on a second.
Then Iyasa, then you. You in the back. Make me a perception check.
Motherfucker. 8.
Okay. So you guys, it's a bit of a like on the ground climb until it kind of like opens up and stabilizes out into a larger like incline, and then it comes up and it curves around, and it just like, it's not a tunnel, it's not a closed tunnel, it's a crevice. Like, again, all of these things are kind of like just pathways, and it kind of goes like from this to this to this, and then it just opens and opens, and this side cuts across and this side keeps going. So you're entering a big swooped kind of chamber, and the light just
Can we see the sky?
no.
Okay.
So you walk out and the light is coming down on you, and what this chamber is, and you see that there's other like of these entrances that kind of like swoop into it, but there's like probably 2 more of these entrances, but it's a large chamber, probably 80 feet across, circular. It swoops up with that weird, textured surface, all the way up to what seems to be a single stalactite that comes down. And as the stalactite comes down, it forms almost, the perfect conical, and then ends in something like, as it's going down, more and more of the stone is more and more shiny, and then shiny and shiny and shiny until it's just shiny. And it seems like it has a metal point at the end of it, in the top of the chamber, coming down, and that is what is producing the scintillating silverish light that is coming through this entire area.
It's just like a shiny metallic point
on a stalactite.
Is it? Oh, I will walk up to it. Is it pointing? I look at the ground, at the floor. Is it pointing towards anything?
No.
There's nothing on the ground.
Nope.
Okay.
It's just like the ground is just kind of all textured and swoopy around this area. It just looks like this whole area just formed around this stalactite coming down, and again, it's like sweep, 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 sweep around. The floor is smooth and it's got grooves because it's like circular underneath it.
Touch the point.
It's way up there.
Oh,
It's not a stalag. It's not a stalagmite.
Yeah.
It is a stalactite.
yeah.
So it is
Figured. Yeah.
20 feet in the air.
Somebody give me a. Oh, do the levitation. No. Oh, really? Oh, I was
If
joking.
you say
Oh,
it,
good,
she'll
Yeah.
levitate you up there.
This is important. I want to look at it.
Okay, she floats you up there.
Okay, easy.
So you're gonna touch that thing.
I want to look at it first.
So you go up there.
Is it covered like runes that say "fuck you, don't touch
No,
me"?
it's
Right.
just. It looks like a rock. Like so.
Big red
The metal
circle
point
slab
like
painted on the
starts
side of
like
it.
let's say like where you can see the stone and the veins of the silver material, the silver-like material end, and you can definitely tell that it's just metal begins. It's about this wide at the top, and then comes down for about this long into a jagged kind of faceted point. Not jagged, faceted, almost like
So,
quartz
like-
crystal
like
type thing, but
natural flat facets.
yeah, and
Oh.
but it's not symmetrical or anything like that. Just facets.
Okay.
Comes down to a point, and it seems to be some type of silvery metal.
I want to. Golly, I want to use a paladin ability. My detect.
Detect evil.
Yeah, I basically want to look at it and see if there's. And this is weird, right?
Yep. So you detect evil, but so your power detects specifically creatures.
Oh, okay.
It's celestials, fiends, and undead.
I'm going to detect celestial.
I mean, it just detects everything. It'll tell you.
Okay,
It'll just tell you. And when you tap your power, there is no celestial, fiend, or undead here. But when you tap it, it just fills you like your first drink of cold water,
Really?
like after being exhausted. Like you tapping your power here in this place next to this thing, it just like invigorates you.
I am going to, since I'm hovered over by this tip, I'm going to remove a gauntlet, and I'm going to put out my hand and say, Bahamut, where have you guided us? I'm going to tap my palm to the tip of the...
So you tap your palm to the tip of it, and it's it's not sharp or anything like that.
I'm against this,
But it's
by
like-
the way.
And it's like, and the entire thing kind of moves, and then and you just see like cracking up where the stone meets the metal.
No.
You're like, and all of a sudden,
No.
and the full weight of this thing comes down on your hand.
No.
And I need you to make a strength check if you're going to try to
No.
grab this thing. Otherwise, you can just let it fall.
This thing's precious.
Checks.
Strength check.
Yeah.
obviously.
All right, strength check.
Strength check.
Natural 20. It falls.
Come on.
Oh,
I'm going to use my chip.
Sure.
You weak piece of shit.
Come on!
Did you just roll the same thing?
No.
Oh, no, 7. Okay.
But, okay, that's better though. Hold on. Is it strength save?
No.
Oh.
What's your strength? It's +4 for your strength, right?
+4, yeah.
So
So,
11.
7 plus, yeah, so 11.
I mean, it's better than a 10.
Yeah.
Like, whatever, but it's like, this thing falls. like you reach out your other arm to grab it, like, ugh, and it's like just this thing, like this big, like this big shard of fucking metal.
More power, Yasa!
And you like it takes him, and you dip, like you're now like catching forward, and she's like, nope, I can't. Like
Shit.
this is too heavy for my levitate power.
Run out there and catch it.
Anyone want to do anything before he hits the ground?
Yeah. No, mage handling this 10 pounds.
Yes.
Mage hand.
Let me take your gold
my
pouch
ass
off you.
as I fall to my death.
Yeah. Let me take your gold pouch off you.
Grease on Ayasa.
Trickster.
No, I'm not strong enough to catch this thing as it falls.
You can go try to, like, he is not falling like a rock. He's falling slower. You can try to go underneath him and...
I would like to... I don't want this thing to fall. If it's falling slowly, then I would like to brace it.
Okay, so you go underneath where he's at.
Help.
I'll help him. Zeranax at this point. Try to do
So you guys all
something.
rush up. No rolls needed. You guys all rush up as you're like tumbling down, and they like reach up and you kind of bowl into them. But eventually, like you're strong enough to hold this thing. Just the levitate, all that stuff.
Yeah, if they're
It's super heavy. Yeah, you just and like you hit the ground, and this thing is a massive chunk of metal. Like it's a massive chunk of some silvery grayish metal. And you hit the ground. You guys are all clustered together. She's like, and then her spell breaks once you touch the ground.
Oh, I was holding my head up. So, my Lord Savroth, I'm sorry, I think I broke it.
Perhaps this is the spear.
I assure you, I felt something incredible when I touched it.
Do I feel anything when I touch it?
It's cold.
Don't
It's
touch my
cool. Very smooth to the touch, even though it's seems to be a rough, naturally formed piece of. It doesn't look natural, but it doesn't look crafted.
Yeah.
Now that I've touched Rofrost, how does the rock feel?
Yeah.
Hey, Dragonborn jokes.
When I touch it, what does it feel like?
It feels cool
We're not
and
doing
refreshing
phrasing
and
anymore.
invigorating.
Yeah.
You just feel this, it feels good.
It gets harder in your hands.
We should keep this from this caravan. I'm sure I can carry it back to the boat.
Everyone make me wisdom saves.
Wisdom saves.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's good.
Look, you decided to roll not like something crappy.
Yeah, it feels good, man.
Oh, your turn.
Where's my basic sheet here?
My turn to roll, I guess, a 17.
13. What did you get?
It's a wisdom save. I'm proficient. 3. So I rolled a 13 plus, so 16.
All right. You guys are holding the source of light in this room. I mean, you have your own light on cast by the spell. But this thing, now the silver light is coming from where you're holding it out into the room. But something cold and dark roils over you. And it seems like the room gets darker. And you hear a voice. Ah, so good of you to lead us to what we were looking for. We'll take that off your hands now.
Good job, Rofrost.
The hell you will.
And you look around, and from the 3 exits, people are coming out. Chain-mailed warriors with swords and shields. But from a different entryway from where you came in, you see this blue dragon spawn. You could see why people would mistake it for a Dragonborn. But it is a little bit too dragonish. It's got a longer neck coming out. It's wearing these robes over, and it seems to have ice, just a frost across its skin and even its clothes and gear on it. And she's the one sitting there looking at you, and she has this wicked pointed dagger in her hand. She's like just motioning for you. But more important than that are the other two things with her. In front of her is this green monstrosity. The thing's at least 8 feet tall. Green dragon-looking creature. You could probably even say like lizard man, but the head looks like a green dragon. It's just sitting there, massive, and it's got this huge two-handed cleaver-like axe. And it's wearing some type of banded mail that almost like... It looks like it's bolted into him. Like the layers of it just seem like pierced into his flesh. And off to the side is this black skink-looking creature. Again, just long neck and head, slick scales or slick skin, and he's got two wickedly curved swords. And he's like moving, and he's kind of blurry. You can't really get a good view on him. So there's these three plus 7, what seems to be just troops, guards and mercenaries of different varieties around, mostly swords and shields, but some hand axes and maces and things like that.
So there's 7 of them?
7 plus the 3, so there's 10 total people in here facing off against you.
And they want...
They've asked
a piece?
They asked for that thing.
We could always give it.
You cannot give
This
this.
we could always just
This is an important piece to our home. What clan are you?
Goldath.
I'm glad you answered that, but I'm asking them.
Clan. I owe my allegiance to a higher power.
Well, this is important to us. If there's something else in here you would like to loot, you may go forth. We are taking this with us.
You're taking nothing, and you're leaving nowhere.
On whose authority? Who are you to challenge us?
Arrow to
The Queen of Dragons, Tiamat!
Does she have a champion? Face before it.
The green steps up to you. You're saying you're shooting?
Yeah.
Fuck just happened.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
The one in the front, the big one with the axe.
Okay.
Big green one.
He's in the front.
Yep.
17.
You hit?
It's not a
No,
sneak
wait.
attack.
17 total?
Yeah.
Nope.
Or is it? No, sorry.
Ping!
19, excuse me.
That'll hit.
Sorry.
Oh,
I was a 5, sorry.
Yep, hit it. Roll it.
I'm not right. My bad.
you just shot him?
Yep.
These may be relatives.
10.
Did they say Tiamat?
They did say
Oh,
Tiamat.
hell no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a preemptive strike. 10.
10. Okay.
Sorry.
No.
I got excited.
Initiatives.
Oh, Lowy.
Jesus Christ.
Just roll one on that.
Yeah. Drew a natural 1 for my initiative.
Maybe that was really that one.
I shoot
Roll
a good
frost.
arrow and then I fall
17.
0 next.
Natural 1 plus 4.
5.
So it doesn't matter on our initiative rolls to critical failure?
No.
Okay. So 5. So last.
It might not be.
The
Sephiroth.
good thing is that you guys
18.
can lure people off into groups and they can attack them.
18 goes first.
Hells yes.
Disengage.
Ganope.
Good help.
Oh.
I was like, wait, what am I doing first?
Alright. You want to put some protection on? You want to go offensive?
I get that green guy up against the ropes.
Yeah. Maybe that's true.
I don't think it's true.
I'm going to aid my other 3
So
compatriots.
that gives temporary hit points, right?
Yeah,
Ooh.
all 3 of them give 5 more hit points.
Okay. So your hit points, temporary hit points increase by 5, but your maximum hit points also increase by 5. Right. So don't worry about that for right now. Just give yourselves 5 extra temporary hit points. Just realize that if you're healed, you can go 5 above your maximum.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
I feel great.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone gets their 5 temporary hit points.
Except me, I don't do it to myself. I do it
What
to you
is this?
3.
According to
Whoa.
okay, that's my bad.
What is this? What?
Nothing.
Accordion things. All right, 17. Roll for us.
I am going to look at this green bastard step up. And
What are you doing with the shard?
So how big is this thing I'm holding? Yeah?
Like, it is a huge chunk of metal. The thing is heavy.
Like 3 mini fridges.
Like 3 mini fridges, but
There you go.
it's as heavy as 3 mini fridges, but only as big as a half a mini fridge.
I'm going to hoist it and set it down the broad side down so the spike is pointing upwards.
It doesn't have a broadside. The other side is it's just flatter, but it's still pointy. So
shaped
it has it has one shape at the bottom like this, and the other shape is like this. So
Can I heft this thing like a weapon?
sure.
Aren't you more proficient with your
I am
hammer?
going. No, I am. I'm going to hold on to this thing, and I'm just going to say like, and I'm going to start boasting. This green is like you come to challenge me. This is a prize of the Lord Bahamut, and we are champions to claim it. And you will have to defeat me to get that. And as I'm going, I am charging this thing to start glowing a light. I'm going to channel my divinity through this thing as a weapon.
He talks so long he loses his free action.
Okay.
It's an action. It's an action. It takes
So
full
channel
action.
divinity is
Yeah.
it's not a bonus.
It gives me a charisma
No,
bonus.
but it isn't a bonus action.
It's not a bonus action, right?
So you channel divinity into a big brock,
Yep.
a big piece of metal.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, come on, it's cool.
It is cool.
It is cool. Get your inspiration back.
Yay! I'm gonna need it.
Oh, also you get inspiration for shooting first.
All right.
And I'm going
cutting
to
off
use
the
my
dialogue.
bonus action.
Here.
Cutting off the dialogue. I'm on my phone actually.
I'm going to use
Okay.
my bonus action to
Shield of
Faith.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna need it.
All right. So that's them.
I
I
actually
don't actually know
call
where.
because I don't want to shield of faith you. I already gave you 5 extra hit points.
Yeah, no, you're good. Thanks.
So
Thanks,
use
Dad.
them wisely.
Yeah.
All right.
Mr. Disciplined Priest over
Oh
there.
yeah, enhance your ability too next turn
Oh,
just to
there it
make
is.
sure you really don't die since
Oh,
you're
man.
running up front just like
Yeah, what else am I
Bring
gonna do
it.
with this thing? It's great. If I set it down, they're just gonna magic it away like some sneaky bastards.
All right. The green steps forward and roars at you, but as he is roaring, he's like, "Roar!" Green cloud of just poisonous gas
Ugh.
issues forward to the center of the zone and hits all of you. Everyone make con saves.
Not con.
Doesn't aid help with constitution stuff or no?
Just
Okay.
the temporary hit points.
Okay.
Oh, damn, Ayasa.
Ooh.
20, not natural. 20 for Ayasa.
That's going to be an 11 for Rofus.
Really? You have like the best con in the group.
Roll low.
I'm alright with that.
6 after no bonus.
I'll take
But
a
I'm
19.
I have immunity to acid.
Oh,
I really don't-
no one's a poison person here.
No.
No.
You're lightning.
Lightning.
Acid.
You're
Acid.
cold. Okay.
Like anything, the blue bitch. I'm
So you two take 9.
Oh.
You and her take 5.
9!
So your temporary hit points are gone.
that,
Remember your temporary hit points. So you guys only took 4
Yeah.
after getting rid of your temporary
that
hit points.
fucking rounded up shit.
Yeah. Always round it up.
Let's see.
I'm going to
and you're like choking.
I need some hit points.
You chose not
I
to
know.
take
I know. I did that.
We told you.
I know.
No, you made a good choice.
What do you mean you
Alright,
get
4
some
damage.
hit points? I just gave you some fucking hit
I
points.
think they were very effective.
Yeah, that's great.
I would have been really hurt really bad right now if that didn't happen.
I just stand there, undaunted.
I technically,
Undaunted.
I technically don't have those extra hit points, so.
The
Ow.
ow. Yeah, the black is just going to shoot a stream of acid at you.
And me.
Yep. So he pretty much like he just kind of like purses his lips almost and like sends a stream of acid through his two front bottom fangs and just this perfect stream.
Can I dash in front of him?
No, you don't have those capabilities. It's not your action to take the cunning action, but so you need to make a dex save.
Fuck my life with all these saves.
Yeah, I know, right?
Deck save?
Like you guys chose
Hey.
a natural 20.
Read it and weep.
Damn.
You
He's
black
the
son of
one.
a bitch. Not racist. It's just the color of the
The
dragon.
color of the
Say
dragon.
black dragon.
You take 5.
What?
Yeah.
I natural 20
You
my
natural 20.
save.
Imagine
And
how bad
still
it would've
took
been.
half.
Yeah, imagine how bad it would've been.
Man.
Damn it. That's dumb. I have no plus to dex.
That's
And
fair.
natural
I'd say.
20.
Yeah.
And I still get hit.
That's for making a scaly slur.
Yeah.
Stupid.
A scaly slip. I'm gonna hear about this back at the scaly community.
The NAACS.
What's up, Bandy? You know, watch me die with a rock in my hand? I think it's a great weapon that I have here.
We'll see. Or you shatter our clan's best.
trying
to
for
stab.
good cause, for good cause. It's destiny. How y'all doing tonight?
All right.
You said it very sexually.
Hey everybody. Just listen to Sunday Night Slow Jam.
It's Wednesday.
All D in your ear, all D in your neck.
He said the D, Bandy. She was very startled. Oh, what? Good. You're fine.
Something just about lucid abstract is being
Lucid Abstract.
Hey.
So we're another raid. He's hosting. So we're being described by 3 more people. He's hosting our channel, and 3 people are watching his channel. So now 3 people are watching our channel. Thanks for joining us. This is the Dragonborn Salvation game, playing all Dragonborn in the Forgotten Realms. They're currently in a fight against the spawn of Tiamat, as they're trying to recover what they think is an artifact of Bahamut.
Stalactite broke off his
This
glowing.
the Blue takes her wicked dagger,
Yeah.
and she does a weird crush your head. Like she holds it out towards you and and looks like a jabbing motion above, so it looks like to her she's trying to stab you with the dagger in her hand. But an arc of blue lightning, just brilliant blue lightning, arcs out and comes at you. But it just goes right over your shoulder, the other shoulder from the thing. And he's like, she hisses.
I'll give her a Timanther gesture.
At that point, the 7 mercenaries set upon you. So distributing this as evenly as possible.
I said champion. They're all fighting me? They're not honorably sending one guy on me?
Yeah.
We have what they want.
So they're all coming around your entire group. So 2 on you, 2 on you, 2 on you, 1 on Ayasa. let's get ready to rumble.
Oh man!
All right.
Disciples of Tiamat, we can't surrender there.
All right. Not only does one miss, but the other one like loses his weapon as like he's coming up and he like hits his buddy's weapon in the air like cling, ching, ching, whoops. So
I use that as an opportunity to let them know that they can turn their ways. You don't have to do this.
roll for us. Next two on you. A 22 will hit you, but the other one will not hit you. You take 3 damage. You lost Savroth. Zeronax.
I'm fine. This is fine.
This is fine. A 22 will hit you, but the other one will not. You take 6 damage. And the one on Ayasa, whoops, gets hit and takes 7 damage.
Yeah.
So, that's their round. That was 13. So, moving on, 6 Ayasa goes.
Well, I rolled less than a 6.
Yeah, you rolled a 5.
5.
She is... She is going to magic missile the one on her and try to free herself up. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage to the one on her.
Very nice.
Her little golden dragons find its way into it and singe and burn him. He does not look happy. Alright.
Yay.
You are set upon by all sides.
I'm going to grease the 2 in front of me.
Bloop! Alright. So it's dex saves, right?
Dexterity saving throw or fall prone.
Natural 20, but the other guy goes whoop, 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 and hits the ground. So one is prone, one is standing. Is that a action to cast?
Yes.
Okay. You want to do anything with your bonus action or your cunning action? Your cunning action is a bonus action.
So
You can dash, disengage.
Can't hide.
You can't hide because you're staying in the center.
No,
of
I'm
the room.
gonna stay where I'm at. I don't want to add more
someone.
damage to other people. Yeah, so I'll remain where I'm at.
All right. So that's back to the top of the order. 18, Savroth. Savroth's up next. Rofrossen 2.
Top of the second. Yeah. On the pole now. Strawberry kiwi. Right. Wait, where were you guys going with that?
No, you got it.
Yeah. I just don't name my strippers after flavors.
Why not?
You had all this time to think about what you're going to do, and you still are on the fence.
Oh, because I have the thing. I got initially mad. Because I was like,
This isn't a great situation.
Save for half. Yeah, you're not a rogue. Rogue save for none. Later on, you get a dodge ability.
And I've helped my people, but I'm still getting hurt worse than everybody. So I'm like, what the?
I don't know. I think he's still
Yeah, I've
down
taken
more
the
than
most
anybody.
damage,
Who?
Me, I've been hurt the most.
You got hit?
Well, it's just proportionally because you have the least amount of hit points.
Plus, you guys forgot my birthday. And it's still fucking.
It's your birthday?
No.
Wow.
Xernax.
Oh.
Like I'm hurt physically and emotionally. We were on the sea on my birthday. And no one even.
Happy birthday, Zero
Like a
Nax.
fish cake.
It's a good day to die, I think.
It was 3 months ago.
Savroth, what are you doing?
What were these things attacking us with anyway? Like swords?
Swords, maces, axes, just hand weapons essentially. Most of them have shields. Some of them have like a dagger or something in their offhand, but these just seem like flavorless mercs. Thugs.
Let's cure this man's wounds.
All right, do it. First level or second level?
Just first level.
Okay. So it's level of spell plus your wisdom bonus, which is a 5 now, so 6. Right, is it plus wisdom or is it plus level?
What's plus the 5 for wisdom?
So and then plus level of the spell, so 6. And then plus your
You healing him?
yeah.
It's first level plus 2, so it's a level of spell plus 2 because of my domain, correct?
What's the domain? Anyway, so what's the number? What does the 2 come from? It's level of the spell plus something
whenever you use a
else.
spell of first level or higher to restore HP, the creature gains additional HP equal to 2 plus.
Oh, so it's just an
spell's
arbitrary 2. All right, so it's an extra 3 plus the 5 is an 8. So it's whatever you roll plus 8.
9.
Did you roll a 1?
I did.
Wow. So you get 9 hit points back.
Man, it's still something.
Yeah.
Way better. It's one away from Mexico.
Inspiration for rolling a 20, still taking damage.
Yeah.
Oh, you can only have 1. I thought.
I was gonna say,
I didn't know you already had one.
last session.
Oh, so now you have it again.
Yeah.
All right.
See your inspiration button right there.
Yeah. I had
Tokens are
taken
fun.
off. So.
Where's this big green guy?
He just spit or blew
Yeah.
acid or
I thought
poison
that
at
was
you.
That was the black guy. I thought that did.
No, he spit acid. So the big guy spit
oh.
poison or blew out poison. He's behind, like, so now, like, all the mercenaries are around you, and he's just standing behind them, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's your turn. I mean, if you just push through these guys, they're gonna hit you.
Yeah. That's fine. All right.
So you're gonna push through these guys.
Yeah,
to
I'm
try
gonna
to get
push
the green-
this. You want this? You have it! And I'm gonna just charge him with this spike.
16 doesn't
Does
hit
not hit
faith.
you
Okay.
with Shield of Faith on.
So ching, as they're trying to stop you as you shoulder your way through and like, and you're gonna like hit them with the like.
pointy-
I mean, like again, you put your hand on the bottom of this, like it's not sharp at all.
It's like this.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's
Why are you still carrying this thing?
Because they're gonna
Because that's what they
steal
want.
it.
We're all here for the same
Can I
thing.
swing it like a big
down.
club?
like
use your
you guys.
weapon.
The thing is, like you guys have gotten a bag specifically to carry whatever you found in here.
Oh shit! Why
Anyway.
didn't somebody bring that up?
Are you?
Because you just grabbed it and started enchanting it. Now you're trying to hit people with it.
So you've channeled your thing, and you might as well hit them with it, but it's not going to be as good as your hammer.
I'm gonna make it as good as my hammer.
All right, roll.
What else am I gonna do? I already channeled into it.
Yep.
I'm
That's-
dedicated.
You're
to
dedicated
the cause
to it now. Go for it.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm charging. I'm swinging with this giant chunk of stalactite.
I'm trying to think of where my weird dice went.
My
weird shaped dice.
We're gonna use some
they're in
weird
the bucket.
dice.
Are they in the bucket?
The
Grab the bucket.
stalactite shaped dice
Yeah.
ones that roll inside. Yeah, it's in the bucket.
They're for sure like.
Yeah, it's like a piece of metal like this.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
weird, fat, not perfect shaped, but like, yeah, just it's like you're carrying around like that.
Alright, fine. It's still huge and heavy.
Yeah.
So, blah.
So,
Yeah, all
but
right,
I'm
well-
trying to illustrate to him what
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's toting around is just this big chunk of metal, like this big faceted. It kind of goes down to a spindle
Yeah.
point and a flatter top. at
Alright,
the
so I'm
top.
not trying to pierce. So I'm.
So you're
gonna
just like
just-
I mean, you're gonna do the
Yeah.
battering ram with it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you
yeah,
still
yeah.
might as well. All right, go for it.
All right. And as my bonus action, I'm going to. No, I can't because I got Shield of Faith on. Okay, yep, we're going for it.
Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna. I'm going to use my inspiration because my dice suck today.
Much better.
That's better. So that's going to be. I'm probably not. I don't know. I'm not proficient in this fucking thing.
Just swinging rocks.
roll it as if it was a normal hammer attack.
Okay. That's going to be 20.
That hits.
It's almost 30 actually. Okay. Maybe I should wield this thing. Okay, so I hit. Oh, this
Roll a
big
D8.
dragon bastard. D8. Alright. And I'm going to spend a spell slot to smite into this.
Is that a first level spell?
I don't have any second level spells.
Oh,
yet.
right. So, yeah.
So that is my second spell slot. I only have one more. So D8 plus my strength, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Plus 2d8.
All right.
Does my great weapon
Yes.
damage apply to this? Okay.
So make sure you designate which one is the
Okay, so this is the. So it would be. I get to reroll the metal.
metal one.
You want it? Yeah. I don't get to
That's
reroll
okay.
that one, but not
Still
bad.
13.
Yeah, 13 plus 6. Sorry, 4. So
17.
yeah, 17 damage.
Not bad.
Not bad for throwing a rock at somebody.
What does he think of that?
Roll perception. What does he think of that?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, sir. I didn't like
I
it.
didn't like it. No.
He recalls,
No,
an
sir.
Whatever. Look. I don't have a high intelligence. Okay.
he recalls an instance with his little brother where
I'm a
Have
I'm
any
a
rubber
paladin.
walrus protectors?
found a stack of.
Wow, that's an old reference.
That is
kids.
an
He just
old
found a
reference.
stack of random VHSs.
Oh, wow.
Today,
So you come in and like, bam, and like you only come up to this guy's chest. So
Oh.
like you're, and he goes, "Urgh," and like it tumbles into him. You push him back a bit. He's like, "Urgh." And he just looks down at you. So you went. So it's their turn. So he's like, yep. He just kind of crossbars you back, lifts that thing two-handed above his head, and
Oh no!
coming straight down.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
You're fine. This is
You
This
have
is
good
fine.
defense
This is
with your
fine.
rock in your hand.
17.
Does not hit.
No, it won't.
Shield of
So
faith.
like you're like, you come back and
Because you're at 18, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
you're lifting that thing like up, and he's like, and goes, ping, and hits off of that thing, slams into the ground.
How did that feel?
It felt really hard. It staggers you even through it, but you see no mark in the
Oh really?
no mark in
I'll
the.
check it.
You should stick it in the ground so you can hide behind it.
Yeah, right. I was going to stick it in the ground, but it's not that kind of slack. What do you want, Bandy? You want to go to the bar? Are you
Yeah,
trying
it's
to wrap
time.
this up for us?
It's time.
She knows. She's got like an
Yeah.
internal clock.
Yeah, we've got an hour left.
You got an hour. Chill out, man.
Yeah, chill out, Bandy. Oh, that's right. We set up at midnight on 11. It's the Sunday game. We stop at 11. Whatever. I'm a paladin. I'm not the brightest paladin. I feel good with this rock. All right, guys. You're just going to have to deal with it.
You've done well with it in your hands.
I feel very judged right now.
All right. The blue dragon is like reaches out
This idiot.
and
Pretty much.
a black beam emits from her hand and strikes you. It's like you just feel this coldness, and then like as she does it, like the black beam is connected to you and her, she just twists, and you just feel the strength leave your body.
No, not
Like,
enfeeblements!
ah!
Not enfeeblements!
Yeah, so you're doing half damage with all your strength.
Oh.
You do get to make Constitution saves at the end of each of your turns to try to end the effect. But
To try? Are you telling me that's an action to do that?
no.
Okay.
It just happens, but
Okay.
it happens at the end.
So my damage is cut in half, or
Your-
my strength bonus is cut in half?
You do only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength. So you roll, you add everything up, and then he takes half of it.
Is the rock considered a weapon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn right it is. Look at this.
Anything
thing.
you damage with is, well, besides, it's not a spell, it's a weapon.
Gotcha.
Just think of me as a what's the think of me as a dragonic Jackie Chan swinging a ladder around, right? That's what I'm doing right
So it's
here.
just a big rock.
Yeah.
I hit you with rock.
Yeah.
So you're not Asian, you're not Jackie Chan, it's not a ladder, and you don't know Kung Fu.
I mean,
So I get the
it's-
references perfect.
Okay, great. We're on the same page.
All right. The black dragon spawn rushes up, steps on the guy that you floored. So he steps over the grease by stepping on the guy that's on the grease on the ground. Tumbles behind you using his cutting action to get movement and not get attacked by you, and just does 2 attacks into your back. Ooh, 16?
Yep.
Oh no.
Does 15 hit?
Yep. Oh, I don't know. My armor class is 15.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
it would hit, but
Yeah.
he only hit once.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Do I get dexterity?
No, not on this.
It's okay. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Just say what he does.
Just say it. Just say it out loud.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to resist the DM urge of, how many hit points do you have?
Don't worry about it. He's got plenty.
Stop it.
14.
Oh.
That's not very
It's
good.
totally fine.
He's totally
He's totally
fine.
fine.
He's totally fine.
We
You
got
take
stabbed
14.
out,
It's just
dude.
like, shh.
Like, I want that.
Oh.
Oh, that's vicious. That's vicious.
It's totally fine.
Boo.
I got
So
him.
you got it. You're able to
So
take
what?
it. All right, you're
I'm
still
alive.
standing.
I'm still
All right.
alive.
You
All
had
right. All
26
right.
points when that happened.
All
It's
right.
fine.
That's black. That's green. That's blue. So it's the mercs. The merc on the grease is not going to get up
Because he got stepped on.
because he just got stepped on. I forgot. Okay, so the merc on you that lost his sword is going to retrieve it. That's going to be his turn. So the other one attacks you. 14 is not going to hit. The other guy attacks you. Misses. 2 on you. 17.
Damn it.
Is that a hit?
Yes.
They both hit.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
9 total.
It's getting less alright, guys.
The one on Iyasa hits for 5. So she has. She has 18 hit points left.
So she's like the healthiest out of us all, except for Robert, maybe?
I'm okay. You get hurt really bad too?
Yeah.
Everyone got hit that round. It was pretty bad. All right. Oh, the one on you missed. Turned around, tried to chase you. The other one picked up his sword. So that was it. So that's Iyasa.
Hard thing.
Yeah, she's like, I'm out.
She should hurt somebody.
Yep, she's going to try.
I never cast massage on these guys to make them feel. Oh, message.
Massage. Make them feel better about themselves when we convert them over.
Why you so mad? It more better for you.
What is it, Bandy?
Okay. What
Hey.
did you do? Hey, Steve.
Special delivery from the pub.
Oh.
From the pub.
Might be poison.
Ooh.
What is it?
Those wings?
Bomb swings.
Nice. All right. She reaches out towards your rock that you're holding, and is like, and this loud noise emanates from it. You can tell it's loud, and you can see the shockwave that emanates from the stone, like ringing, like boom. Everything shakes and rattles. But though you hear the sound and you can visibly see the shockwaves and you can see everything like shaking and moving around you, none of it touches any of you. It just like washes around you. Evocations!
Yeah!
So she's doing shatter, which makes a huge piercing sound, shakes everything up and all that stuff. But she is specifically an evocation wizard. So when she casts an evocation spell like this, the spell like fireball, and like you conjure some force, she can manipulate the area of effect to miss people or go around them. So she's specifically making it go around all of her allies. So like she can essentially, like later on, she'll be able to cast fireballs right on top of you guys, and none of the fire will hit you because that's what she's.
Which is usually one of the huge backdraws of fireball. Is that like, well, if we're up in the combat, you can't just throw a fireball, and then you'll kill all of us.
Okay.
She's all, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that.
Alright. So the three biggins: black, green, blue. And then I'm just going to make one saving throw for the dudes. Oh, they fail. Alright. So black is the only one that takes full damage.
You're like, seize on.
Black and all the dudes take full damage. Blue and green take half. 5, 10. 14 damage. So, the dude on Iyasa drops. Is he like no one's hit a dude besides?
The guy's prone, so he doesn't need to take more damage.
No, but so.
Yeah, no, none of us had hit one of the regular people. They've been focusing on the green guy. I've been focusing on
keeping us alive.
Yeah. While I have two people on me.
Oh boy.
I'm just like, ow! Heal!
Yeah.
Ow!
Oh,
You survive!
Yeah. Don't worry, I got something for you, I think.
Okay.
Let's not do that. Sorry, everyone.
This is what I was doing as a community reference.
What was what was his character?
Chang?
Yeah, Chang.
Ben Chang?
Yeah. No. What was his character in the D&D episode?
Oh.
Oh,
I'm blah blah blah. The wizard.
I can't remember.
He dies like first thing.
He's
That
a
whole
dark
episode
elf.
was
Yeah.
Because he had the
That's
black
racist.
paint on.
Father. It is hilarious.
The moment that rings through, everything shakes. You actually see, for the first time, breaks and cracks appear in the walls, and through that stalactite in the middle, it looks like taking that keystone, so to speak, that piece of metal out, left it weak. So there's cracks now going up through the stalactite above you in the center of the room, and that kind of also goes through the rest of the room as well. So the entire place shakes and trembles with her shatter.
Okay. Interesting tactic, Iyasa.
And the moment that happens, the blue's like, ah! And she reaches out and just points at her, and fire erupts around Iyasa.
Oh, jeez.
Hellish Rebuke.
What? Hellish Rebuke?
It's a warlock spell.
Jeez, he's a warlock?
She's
a warlock. More like deadlock in a second. Pump Andy. We're going to get him good.
Wow, she made her successful dexterity save, but that's still going to mean she takes
damage, right?
half of 2d10.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fire damage.
Oh, but she's gold.
She's gold, so she is resistant to it.
Yeah. So she takes half damage.
So
Half of the half.
Yeah, quarter damage.
So 10, 5, 3. She takes 3 damage.
She's like, fire, whoops.
That's some pretty hot fire.
Alright.
Okay.
That's Yasa, so you. The rogue, the last one to go.
The guy with the most
Everyone.
among
The most
everyone.
initiative and everything, yeah.
All of the mercenaries look rattled and shaken and weak and...
Yeah, but this little black dragon guy on me is going to cause more damage.
Oh, yeah.
Do something.
You can disengage and get behind the dude that's in front of you.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna separate myself,
So cutting action, disengage.
and then I'm gonna ice knife the guy on the ground because the other dude's close enough.
And the black is there too.
All right, so let's do some ice knife then.
Did you find the spell or do you have it
Doesn't
on
matter. I
there?
have it right
Okay.
here. So blah 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 blah. So I have to make a ranged spell attack.
Yep.
Right. Roll.
So that is you're proficient. So it's just like a normal attack.
Plus
He's
6
prone?
action. One of the guys is.
The
Just
guy is
laying on the
attacking.
ground, and then, but in the area, there's another guy and the black dragon that attacked me.
Okay.
So that's no good. I'm using my inspiration to.
So attacking a prone target on the ground,
Range is at disadvantage.
but he's like right there.
So
I'm just going to call it even. So yeah, go ahead and use your advantage, your inspiration.
oh no.
What'd you get?
10.
The trammers are getting to you.
It misses him, but they're all still within the radius. Does it have to hit to do the radius?
On a hit, target takes damage.
And then keep reading.
Hit or miss, the shard then explodes
There you
out.
go.
The target and each creature
Oh.
within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6.
That's what I
damage.
want.
Oh, well,
All
that's
right. So
that's actually pretty cool.
Still, Jesus
The black-
Christ.
Yeah, man. I'm
holy
just-
crap! The
Roll
black
again.
the black dragon spawn rogue failed his dexterity save. The two dudes. I'm sorry.
There's something in common. You might
One roll for dudes.
I want to take that one for question and see if you
They fail.
have something in common.
So, 3 damage.
Oh,
Oh.
Dude,
All right.
oh no.
I'm not even sure what I'm really doing here anymore.
Aw.
It's just been like sessions and sessions of not rolling anything higher than a 6.
Yeah, well, I know I'm not gonna heal.
Yeah,
Just start stabbing people in the back.
They're all on top of
I
me.
need him
Like,
to
I
kill
can't do anything
people and
about
he's
it.
doing jack shit.
Yeah, it's terrible. Spent an entire session once with somebody standing on top of a door. That
I
was
know.
open.
I know.
It was a full session doing
Awful.
that. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good. Like, we've proved that it's not the dice at this point.
What do you mean not the dice? It's
not
definitely
a different set of dice. It's
Even,
all me.
I was like, no, the dice are definitely like what's
Yeah.
causing misses and stuff because they're rolling.
So the ice also hit one of the ones on you
Yeah, see.
because it's a vocation. So.
Your luck will turn around. You just gotta believe in Bahamut.
I'll try next time. I'll believe harder.
All right. Back to the top.
Prove your wedding.
Savroth.
So, question. I feel like we've probably done this before. Can I cast 2 spells if one is a bonus action, or only if it's
if one is a
of
cantrip.
Okay.
And there are no healing cantrips. They learned their lesson
Yeah,
in next.
that's what we. Yeah, that's what we.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm just gonna heal myself
Heal,
for a bonus
heal,
action
heal,
every
heal,
turn.
heal.
I'm immortal.
She's got 15 left. She's got 12.
I have 17. So.
The room is coming apart. The stalactite is breaking. I mean, you can just try to run for it.
We have to think.
Not every battle has to be to the death.
I did challenge this green bastard though.
I was like, you also don't have to kill us every battle.
It's
I
like
know, I'm kidding. It's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
supposed to
it's not
try
even
to
like kill you. It's just like you guys have to play smart. Like
kill us.
Yeah.
if a dragon flies down, you don't go, oh well. I guess he wouldn't have thrown it against us if we couldn't kill it. Let's go. Like no, like some
Yeah.
battles it's best to
We made it right in. Okay, we haven't just escaped.
These guys
Escape, yeah.
set a trap for you to find this thing.
Hmm.
The slapping, by the way, on the walls was the black dragon, invisible spider climbing. He was following you the whole time. If you guys would have cast Detect Magic, you would have spotted him.
Fuck me. I have that spell.
What were you doing, Iasa? That was all.
You could tell her to do it.
Yeah. I don't know your weird magical ways.
So, what you doing?
Your weird arcane ways, I should say.
Wrecked.
Yeah, I know, right? Who said that?
They did not get killed by a dragon yet.
Oh man, we almost did.
They got attacked by a drake,
Play as winning a dragon.
and they thought it was a dragon. Hey, don't
Really-
touch that.
really
It's not
want
yours.
you to-
Oh, is it not? Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. Go for it.
oh. I mean, one of these suckers.
I'll just take one.
Some
Pass one
comfort
down
food.
as well. You want one there?
No, I'm fine.
Ready. Prince Avra.
I guess I'll just be curing Xeranax again.
Okay, go for it.
Hey, well, you get 10 back this time instead of just 9.
Did you roll a 2?
Sure did.
So, you reach out your
Wow.
healing hand.
We're getting better as it
The
goes
glow
on.
hits him.
It's all
10
good.
hit
It's
points.
still like I feel fantastic. This whole game's been like, ooh, hey, oh, I'm all right.
Roll for us. So,
I got the thing. It's glowing. It's pretty.
yeah.
Feeling great. Green guy in front of me. 2 guys on my back. I'm gonna look back. I'm seeing the cracks. This is a bad situation. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna shout, "Dionyx, get the prince out of here!" And I'm directing my attention to Savroth, and I am willing. I'm throwing my holy will on the essence around me to throw sanctuary on Savroth. So if anyone attacks him, they'll need a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Get the prince out of here!
is that
It's
an
a
action?
bonus action.
All right.
And
What do
it's
you
also my last. I said, and you! And I'm going.
Is it a concentrate?
No, it's not.
Good.
It's just.
Right.
It's my only non-concentration spell, actually,
So,
which is kind of
You
cool.
feel the sanctuary come over you.
Ooh. The prince out of here, and you! And I'm going to just.
Smash the stone into the
What else
green
can I
dragon
do?
again.
No, that thing I roll is at the end of my turn.
And yeah,
End of my turn.
so you're gonna have the half damage.
Oh,
This
hold
turn.
you back. I'm gonna have to.
Yep. He also has damage resistance.
I don't even know what I rolled, but that's not good. Oh, 9, okay. 9 plus 10 is 19.
That hits.
Okay, I hit him.
Alright.
I have nothing. I can't smite
This
anymore.
is session 6, I think.
6 or 7.
About 6,
Yeah.
yeah.
The game is they're all Dragonborn from one clan in the Forgotten Realms, trying to go off. Their homeland is beset by an evil kingdom that have pushed them back to the shores. They have gone on a quest to try to find even more. They've discovered more threats to their homeland, but they're trying now to find something that might save it from the oncoming doom. Which they just might have found. This big stone in a monument that may have something to do with the old dragon gods.
Which is currently going to do, well, I assume 10 damage, but
10? Is that halved?
no, I rolled 10 together, so half would be 5.
Yeah.
You're not channeling any spells. So half would be 5. He has damage resistance 5, so
And then you have to do your saving throw to try to see if the spell
Yep.
continues.
roll your con.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, so we've been gaming as a group, streaming. We gamed Savage Rifts for about a year now, since October of last year. We picked up this extra game on Wednesdays, which has been running since the
5 or 6 weeks. I think this is actually session 7.
Well, I'm talking about the entire D&D game because I did a total party kill.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, remember?
So we
remember
had-
that time when we all died?
We went for about 10.
Is that different than right now?
Stay tuned.
We went for about 10 to 12 sessions, which was 5 months. So we started around the beginning of the year, this whole thing. And then I did a TPK happened. Everyone died, and we just started this campaign a month or two ago. We have known each other for... Me and Robert have known each other for quite a while, many years.
Yeah.
These two guys I've known for
Some
at
jumps
least
we picked up
a
at
couple
the bar.
years now,
yeah,
At least 2 years.
3-4 years, 5-6 maybe for you.
Yeah, some good years now.
Yeah. So yeah, we've known each other for quite a bit, quite a while. Walks in shadow.
Nice section.
We were eating boneless wings.
Man, it was delicious.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? It's like it's spicy, but it's like
It's buffalo.
It's just
Buffalo?
buffalo.
Oh,
Just straight
buffalo?
buffalo.
I don't eat a lot of buffalo. I usually just like, can I get honey mustard?
You don't like bison.
Dry rub. I don't want actual sauce on it.
Yeah. So you did you just pound against this slab of meat.
Yeah. Just
Now you
pop it,
you realize that the quest that brought you here is in your hands,
Mhm.
and you're telling him to take him away.
Yeah. No, I know.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I'm on board with the plan. We'll get this done.
He's still my lord. I mean, like, I still have this thing in my hand. I'm just buying like a round of time. Okay.
All right. So this is them.
I'm not gonna throw it at them.
He's gonna try to golf swing you into
The
oblivion.
hell he is. Bring it on, big boy. Come on.
Damn it!
Right. It's right. Ah.
15 to hit you.
They ain't doing nothing.
He's a plus 10 to hit.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
can't. He just
He's
can't
never
roll
met
above
a dragon
10.
like this.
I can't have. Can't hit you. Just one hit. He's a great weapon fighter as well.
Is he? All right, we gotta go. I know how this could go.
All right. The warlock is going to. The blue worm spawn schemer is going to try to witch bolt you. Oh, did you?
I rolled. I got a 20 on that.
Yeah,
roll.
then you're
Get
clear.
that witch shit off me.
She's going to witch bolt
Oh,
you.
time for his new witch shit.
Right.
And
take a
miss
quarter
with a natural 1. Congratulations.
Oh man, she witched herself.
Like because that's the one where she takes the dagger and looks like.
Oh
she's
yeah, just
piercing
actually.
you. So she actually
shit. I went.
Ow! Ah!
It takes 3 days.
Right, I'm bottomless champion, the prince. Oh, I keep calling you prince. You're not.
Whatever, he's royalty. Alright, so that was that. The big green guy went that. You disengage from the black, but he is going to... He's going to go after you now, since you've been left alone.
Have to make that wisdom throw,
Yep.
bruh.
What's the save DC?
It's going to be my level. So 8 plus my proficiency, which is 2, so 10 plus my
Casting bonus.
which is charisma.
Uh-huh.
So 14.
Might be charisma. Okay. He rolled a 14, so
Oh,
he attacks you.
sorry, I tried. I'm not
Sing!
a real priest.
Double 19s, so 25,
What?
26. Yeah. So, he hit you twice.
It's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
That's
so
super
good.
duper unfortunate.
And you're still engaged with the mercenaries.
Uh-huh. Let's see what happens. That's not good.
How much is it?
17.
Exactly, you need to die.
Mm-hmm.
And 9. So, 26 damage in one round.
You can't go to negative in this, right?
No,
You just go
but
to 0. Oh god.
he hits the ground.
No, what? Are you down to 0?
My new HP is 0.
So So, yeah, you sanctuary him. The black ignores it, slices him up, and Severoth hits the ground. He's standing over him. You don't make
terrible.
Do you make your first death save at the end of the turn you're... Well, it's not his turn. Yeah, so okay. All right. It's all terrible, you guys.
It's awesome.
All terrible.
Or it's the dudes.
It's the mercenaries. So...
It's all terrible, Slash. We're getting killed again.
Sorry.
Did the one stand up?
No, he hasn't woken up yet.
Ah!
He's all slippery.
He is stood up. That was his action, though. So, one merc attacking you misses. You still have 2 on you?
Mm-hmm.
Both miss. And the one on Ayasa hits
Oh no.
for 5. So she has 10 hit points left.
Or I got... Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. And
She doesn't have any heal of any kind.
no. The 2 from you go to... they're both going to try to take you down since you have the object of what they want,
Right.
and they also both miss. So...
Get off me.
Yes, I do. I tend to favor not killing my characters, and I try to do the best I can not to do that.
I used to call you out. I was like, Dave, stop going easy on us.
Right.
We're really good at dying, though.
Normally, I've got huge
Tracks of land.
plans. I do have that too, but I normally have huge plans for them, and I put them on the edge. And their quests can fail, and they have to find new ways. And I don't like killing, but these guys didn't want me to go easy on them, so...
Yeah, no, we're here.
All right, so now it's Iyasa.
Oh, man.
I never said that, for the record.
Yeah.
So.
You can blame
It's like,
Robert.
here,
You can blame Robert on this one.
I would have said the same thing.
So she looks up and sees that the thing is dropping.
Yeah, I'm about to...
She is going to shatter again, but this time on that.
Good.
So, boom!
I was about to use my breath weapon to try to do that. Oh, man.
It's going to give it the old copper slap.
Yeah, the old copper's slapping at me.
Alright, Constitution saving throws for everyone. Not you guys, because she's an evocationist.
We have
So-
healing potions, don't we?
You all have healing potions.
Yeah.
You all have 2 of them.
Don't
I
forget.
should remind you guys
yeah.
about that.
Oh, I know I have them.
All right.
I haven't had a chance to use mine.
For sure I can't use one while I'm...
You cannot.
Can I pour it down his throat?
You can.
Alright.
All right. Starting with the blue.
Get ready to choke down some
Fails
coffee.
the black. Natural 20s, the green. Cock. Fails. The dudes. Succeed. So, black is the only one that made it. Black and dudes made it. I need to get that roll that she just did.
Come on, Yasa.
There we go.
What'd you get?
14 damage to everyone.
Oh, that's some wizard.
So,
That's our lizard wizard.
all the dudes take 7 and they all die.
Damn.
I mean, she hit 14 on all of them the
Yeah.
time before
I made one
and
fall
added
down.
7 more.
Hey, you're doing great,
I
man.
made one fall down.
I mean, so the black dragon spawn takes 7. The blue dragon spawn takes 7.
Just wait till you teleport like into pocket dimensions.
And the green dragon spawn takes 14. No, the blue dragon spawn took 14 as well. So as it rings out this time, like all the guys, like their helmets and their gears all like shaking and shimming, like you can see it rippling through them, and they just like
Bong.
ears start bleeding, and they just collapse under like the percussion and like there's the being shaken apart from the inside. The black dragon spawn seems like hides. He basically takes one of the dudes, like puts him over top of him, type thing.
Noble.
He seems fine. The green, the blue does not look good. She's starting to back up. She stayed towards one of the entrances, so she's backing up towards that. But the green, like I said, his plate mail, his scales, or his banded mail is like pierced into him. So you can see like it's rattling and shaking, but it's like tearing him apart because it's like bolted into him. And you see wounds open up, plates start falling off, and he's like, and he falls over backwards.
Does he?
Falls to the ground, unconscious. But also, the stalactite in the center of the room breaks free and comes crashing down.
Shit.
You had moved out. Like, everyone had pretty much moved away from the center. So it hits the ground. It splits into multiple pieces and starts collapsing. And just, like, since it's so massive, it takes up half the room standing. And then it slams all over the place and falls in various, breaks in half and that. So the room has been separated into 4 quadrants by this thing coming down and smashing. And you can try to get from one to the other by ducking and crawling through the rocks.
Oh, okay.
But you are with her. You are on your own, and you are on your own.
Okay.
So
okay, we're on our own. Okay.
Yeah.
When I was chilling right now.
Yeah. You
Chilling's a good word for it.
Yeah.
You've taken, you got the wind knocked out of you.
So that was her action on 6.
I'm not making any
Xernex.
decisions.
All right.
There.
I'm gonna make my way over to.
So the black is still with you.
Oh.
He had backed up from taking him down, and he's still in your quadrant. So he turns to you.
Dude, we got him on the ropes. Yeah.
You can try to just get away and run through and just leave him. You can use your you're not engaged with him.
Yeah.
So you can use your cunning action to dash. You can use your move and dash to get a lot of movement done and try to get away from him. You can even use your move and then your cunning action to hide from him in one of the other rock quadrants.
How does he look?
He looks pretty rough, but still spry.
He did make a save.
No, then I'm gonna slip away.
So are you going to do double move, or do you want to try to move and hide?
Let's move and hide.
Okay. Go for it. You go underneath the rocks and try to get into one of the other quadrants. Which do you want to go towards? His quadrant?
Go towards his quadrant.
Okay.
This is a stealth.
Stealth.
Fucking 24. Fucking finally.
Yeah. You just
Nice.
and disappear, and you hear
Not doing
him.
damage? Yeah,
you hear him.
Cool. 42. You rolled a fucking 42.
As you're running away, he's trying to run after you, and you hear him hiss in anger so much that he acid drips out. So you hear the hiss of him, and then the sizzle of acid as he's coming after you. Top of the order.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Saving throw.
Death saving throw.
What is this roll again? Is it?
It's a straight D10 or D20. 10 or higher is a save.
That's not a 10 or higher.
So you've failed your first death saving throw.
Sure ain't.
Jeez. You can't die. You're the only one of us that can die.
Yeah, right.
Stop it.
The quest is over.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, fuck
We
it.
go
I
back
guess
with our
let's
tail
go
between
home.
our legs.
We got this wrong.
Join the circus. I guess.
If you
Am I
can
right?
get out of this place.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's what we get
These
for
guys are
following
still
some
here.
dude's dreams.
All right.
I think-
That's you.
Yeah. I started panicking. My lord, we've lost Gyrodex. No. I want to get to Savroth. Where is this black dragon? Is he between?
It's a different
Oh,
quadrant.
it's a different quadrant.
So
oh gosh.
you have the green down in front of you, and
Yeah.
the blue. It's just you and the blue now in your quadrant.
Oh, is it all sectioned up? It's not cracks I can jump over. Here.
You can,
Oh,
you
okay.
can duck, you could just leave
But it's
and
gonna
try to
take
get away
your
from
whole
her.
action to
But,
move
yeah.
through.
I'm gonna look at that blue and say, "Stay out of this business." It'll only lead to folly, and I run.
Okay.
And
So you just you're trying to get to his quadrant, which is 2 away. You weren't really paying attention to the fight behind you, except for where he fell. So I'm going to roll randomly to see if you run into where the black was or not.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're like crawling through, he's like you come out into the next quadrant, and you see the black is like just about to go into one of the cracks in the rubble, and it turns and like it's just acid dripping from it, and it just like looks over at you and like takes its swords and puts them through its mouth and just coats them with acid.
Melted themselves.
And they just melt like. Oh, what?
So was
That-
that just
I
my
didn't think
movement?
this through.
Yeah, this is terrible.
It was your full move. It was your full action movement
Oh, okay.
to move and get through the rubble to the
boy.
next area.
Okay.
You have a bonus action.
Because the green guy like
I'm out of
down,
spell slot.
The green guy is down.
so he's done.
Yeah.
He tore his armor from his body, basically, with the vibrations. Or I also did.
That's it. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't just leave him out.
I have all of the episodes for this series should be still on Twitch. I'm about to upload them to the YouTube. The YouTube link is in the bottom there. It has our entire Savage Rifts game, which is a sci-fi fantasy, and then it has our entire campaign before this one, that ended in a total party kill. So
Yeah. I'm out
And
of
I'll be
spell slots. I
uploading
have no bonus action.
so
I just look at him like, come
Shit.
on.
you have lay on hands. Is that bonus?
Oh yeah. You know what? I will perk myself 4 health points out of my 20.
Okay. Give yourself a little pick me up.
Yep.
All right. And be sure to follow us. A cool graphic comes up when you do. If you haven't already.
Ah.
So, and you're just ready to face this guy.
Mm,
Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
so glowing.
I'm kind of like, waiting for it. Because it's
Every
on
time.
it's on the chat delay. If he
Yeah.
hits it like now, it's going to be 30 seconds before we see it. So,
All right. So that's my go.
that's your go. So, roll for us.
Yeah,
So,
it's all them.
it's them.
It's just the blue one and the black one that's left now, right?
Correct.
Dude,
So, you
let's
don't
go.
know what the blue is doing.
And the black one is on roll for us.
The black one's on roll for us. Yep.
Because you
He-
escaped his visibility and everything.
We stream every Wednesday at this time. So we start at 9 o'clock Arizona time, which is the same as Pacific right now. And we go till midnight. Though I don't know, whatever.
Let them worry about time zones.
Yeah,
it's Mountain Time Zone. Look it up.
Well, it's
Currently
not Mountain.
specific.
It's currently
Pacific
Pacific.
right now, yeah.
Pacific. So we're Arizona time. We don't change. So sometimes we're Pacific. Sometimes we're Mountain.
See, I don't even.
Right? It's like when other people like have to like think about those concerns. Like so
I always sound
exhausting.
like such an idiot too. I'm like, they're like, what?
I was in
time?
Toronto on vacation when that happened.
Oh
and it's
no.
like, oh shit,
That would
like,
have
that's
messed
a
me
thing?
up, man. I would have been like,
Well, other places, like, they announce it on the radio for like
Yep.
a week beforehand.
Oh, and
like,
people still
everybody's
screw up.
always late the first day. It's like a classic excuse.
All right, he's dashing to move to engage you, and
All right.
then ching to attacks with acid-coated blades. He's not going to get his sneak attacks, which is nice,
that is nice.
but
He does have acid coated blades.
26, I'm assuming, hit you,
Ha!
No, that one
You fool.
and
it
18.
doesn't. Not with the armor, right?
18 is my armor class.
Oh,
it's 2
no.
hits.
Twice. Oh, so slow. Oh.
All right, you are lightning, so like
Yeah.
you're the one that's acid resistant, aren't you?
Yeah.
And he never used the acid against you. 10.
That's not
Ouch.
Oh God. 12.
So 22.
Yeah, this guy's fucking tough.
Damn.
Chink, chink, chink.
What do you have?
24.
The acid is
22 and down to 24. Jesus Christ.
yeah. He's got 40 something hit points.
Goddamn paladin, sir.
Wait, when did you get all those hit points?
My amazing.
All right, so we're on the same time as
constitution.
you. So it's 9 to midnight.
Okay. Hey.
So there's no that's the acid. So he he doesn't have that anymore coded on his blade.
Good. That was awful.
Yeah, it was. I rolled 2 5s and 2 6s. So, yeah. Sorry.
I'm fine. I'm still here. I got the MacGuffin on my shoulder.
The MacGuffin!
The MacGuffin!
22 with 4d6 is a pretty fucking bitchin'.
I have been...
Man. Yeah, I know. I get
Except
it.
for mine. Like, when I'm rolling Ayasa's damage...
Yeah, it's like 12. I was like me. I rolled a 3.
I don't know what it is about it. Like, I really need to separate my dice pools out and, like, have... This is for Ayasa, and this is for the party. Like, this is for the enemies. Because it seems like the ebbs and flows, like, the... Ebbs are always when I'm rolling for me, for Ayasa, and then the flows are always when I'm rolling for the enemies.
Yeah.
Like, all right. That was them. You don't know what happened with the blue.
I don't. I gave
No,
her
knows.
a warning.
So that makes it Ayasa's turn then.
That makes it Ayasa's turn, who shoves a healing potion down your throat.
Cool.
What?
Fucks you.
Can someone look up your
It's
healing
2d4
potion?
plus 2.
Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, this is getting
finally,
dicey,
4, 5,
folks.
6, 7, 8, 9. You get 9 hit points back.
We're
So you're at
separated,
9.
we're wounded, we're down.
So I can take away the whole death save
Yep,
thing.
that is cleared now. You have 9 hit points, and you're like coming to, and Ayasa's like, Lord, get up! It's time to wake up. We have to get out of here. And you see something looming over top of her as she's looking down.
No!
The blue dragon spawn is behind her.
I told that one to go away!
Oh yeah, she's like, "You got it, fella."
You got it, fella.
Yeah, these
Xeronix.
people are the worst.
So
So where I'm hiding, is there any way? Can I tell? Like, can I sneak up to a place where I can see the black one or the blue one?
you were heading towards his zone, weren't you? So you are just one move away from getting into that zone.
Would I still be hidden?
If you there's no rules on how far you can move while stealth. But yeah, you could
I just
use
wanna
all
sneak
your.
attack it. Yeah.
If you use all your movement stealth, you'll be still in the rubble. If you move normally, you could get all the way up to them. But I'm assuming you're going to shoot your bow.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
you move.
You have that magic bow.
Yeah, you move through the rubble, staying in stealth, and you see the blue dragon spawn schemer standing over Ayasa, who is standing over his prone body. And she's got her ritualistic knife up in the air over Ayasa.
Am I in a position to shoot? Right
Absolutely,
now?
you are.
All right. So it's 23.
That hits, yeah. Sorry. As, generally, if it's over 20, it's going to hit one of my...
You never know.
You never know. You do never know.
She might have, what do you call it, shield.
16 damage.
So, she does have a shield on, but it's not that kind of shield. And, none of you went up and attacked her.
Oh,
16.
I know what
She's
she's
a
got.
damage, yeah.
So does it rhyme with amethyst?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agathis.
Yeah,
Armor of
right.
Agathis. So, she, you just... into her throat, and she, gurgles and screams, staggers backward. I really want a hellish rebuke. and burn you. But instead, she's going to dimension door away. So, she's like, clock! And, just backs up and, sees the situation she's in and, has something readied and just, the darkness Thanos style reaches out, grabs her, and pulls her away.
Oh, man.
I yell through the rubble.
Did you see that, Sabra?
So you have successfully fended off the blue schemer.
What are you
Black
doing,
one
Robot?
still
The black one is still attacking you, but not in your area.
I know.
That's back to you again.
Blue spawn schemer. So that was Xeronix, back at the top of the
Top of the
order.
order.
So you just see this arrow come out of nowhere, skewer the blue that's over top of Ayasa, and she just the darkness
Gone.
takes her, disappears.
Alright. Cure Wounds is the second level on myself. Let's do
And
this.
you see Ayasa is not doing well as either.
Oh.
So
Okay, yes, for right now.
Ah.
Sorry. But 9 plus 8? Oh, no, wait.
It's second level, so it's
I
not
don't know if
plus.
you noticed, but I also kind of
Yeah,
saved
so
our
18.
bacon this time.
18.
Yeah, should have kind of come out of nowhere.
Sorry, just
Oh,
in,
no,
this,
actually-
in this current
That's
situation,
shadow spell.
I just
No, yeah.
I was
yeah.
kind of almost.
No, you do you, man. You're like.
All right, I just hit
So-
myself for 18, boys.
Oh,
Anything
nice.
else with bonus actions or anything like that?
I mean,
standing up.
No, I was like,
You could at least call for Rofrost to make the escape.
Well,
he's fine.
he's fine.
It's fine.
So, as his free action before you go, the black dragon sitting there is like, just drop the stone. You could leave with your life.
You could leave with your life, asshole.
All right.
All right, it's your turn. Go for it.
Common
Get
dragon.
an inspiration
insult.
back. Just like, that was like most like on the ropes, visceral. Like it's not like some wordy paladin thing. Nope, just asshole. Like, stop hitting me.
And then I leaned into the darkness and said, "Fuck you."
I'm gonna grab him by his stupid throat with my free hand. I'm just grapple.
Grapple?
Just.
Grapple doesn't seem good against the rogue.
Inspiration, is it? Oh, come on! Well, that's plus 6, so 13.
Nope.
All right, I'm coming at him though. I was like, damn it, that sucks.
And you're still holding.
Like you reach out to grab, he's like,
Hand-wielding paladin with the rock on his shoulder. I'm gonna grab him by the nose.
It would have been really cool if it worked.
Yeah.
oh.
Now it's its turn.
Yep.
The good news, it's only him though.
He
The bad news is it'll take us a full turn to get to him because he's 2 quadrants away.
Bonus action, I lay hands on myself.
Is it a bonus action? I just want to make sure.
Oh, let's find out.
I'm pretty sure it is, but
This is just like a touch, but we'll see.
Do you not have it on your phone here?
you
Oh, it's
Yeah,
on
but on
my
your
phone,
character
but it's harder to navigate this thing.
Show you. Right here.
Lay on
We have to
hands.
finish your password.
No, it's an action. I can't bonus action, so I didn't even get that. Floor back.
don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing else going on. All right.
Yeah, check it out. Right here.
Yeah, that's how I. Yeah,
And spell.
actions
Abilities.
and spells. It's not a
Whatever
spell
it is, you
though.
just-
It's an action or whatever.
I use
All right.
click on stuff.
He like reaches in, pulls out this square flask of some like black substance, and like kind of like backs up, disengages from you about 5 feet, and then just drops it on the ground. It shatters, and then just darkness roils out of it.
Oh
You
no!
are now encased in darkness.
I have my rock.
Let's get out of here.
You should fight the darkness.
I attack the darkness.
Darkness.
Damn it! I can't believe I
Surprise.
missed with that. Then I just grabbed him on the neck, and then I would have crammed him into a crack.
I'm guessing that's his kind of get the hell out of here move, but we'll see.
No, what he's gonna do, he's gonna be behind me because I can't see him and then stick acid knives in my fucking spleen.
We'll
You
see.
can't do acid anymore until tomorrow.
We
You
don't know that.
You don't know about dragon
That's true.
spawn.
That's true.
He spit acid, and he still coated his daggers in acid
Gotcha.
later on.
He probably has acid blood. I'm not gonna like cut him and it's gonna kill me.
All right.
Well,
I mean, going off Dragonborn, yes, he should be out of acid breath uses, but
That was his turn though, right?
that is his turn.
So it's Ayasa now.
It's a Yas's, so
What about my radiant light? Does it
does nothing.
does nothing?
No.
Bahamut.
Come on, man.
Bahuma.
What the hell?
Like you can kind of see it through the darkness. Like if you hold it up, it's like, "Ee," but it's not piercing through this black inky cloud that's around you.
Yeah. Right.
If only someone had a message.
I think a message was
You have to
on
have
my
line
turn.
of sight, which
can
he
go-
definitely does not have. Oh, it could go through
You can go
walls,
through
right?
Walls, yeah.
If you know where the person is.
And I have intimate knowledge of like his position and stuff like that. I have to know that he's there and where he's at,
Yep.
so I can't message him.
All right. So Ayasa,
Use mage hand to tickle the darkness.
Hmm.
To miss.
she's like, I have no idea where Rofrost is. But I hear him yelling somewhere over there. Really, that's all she can do. Like, she doesn't have any other actions. So.
Cool.
What are you doing? Is it you?
It's my
No, it's
turn.
yours. Go.
I'm gonna make my way towards his triumphant cries.
So you're going to leave the group.
Well, I mean, we can't. What else can I do? I can't do anything else.
I mean, you do have to get that stone. It's kind of the reason
Yeah.
why you're here.
But I'll make my way back over there. I have a better chance if there's two of us. Plus, if I sneak over there, maybe I can still get a good shot in.
Okay. You want to make a sneak roll over there?
Should know this by now. What is it? It's 8.
Plus 8.
It's 15.
Alright, so you sneak over there and you get to the edge of that roiling blackness that is in that area.
You hear
You
some
cannot
voice
see through
go,
it.
This sucks!
My prestidigitation won't make like light that will pierce through this darkness. No, then.
No, but you could, like, he doesn't know where to go. You could give him sound to move towards to get to you.
Can I just cast sleep into the darkness?
Yeah, yep.
Good.
Well, it's you have to have line of sight
That's
for
true.
the point, I believe. Spells.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it's funny.
To
Like,
a
he does
point that
technically
you
have
can
line of
see?
sight. It's just dark. He
It
can't
just says 90
see
feet. Is
the
I think
point.
about just a cone.
Cone? That's
No.
not a cone.
No, you make a point and it shoots out in a radius.
Oh yeah, I would have to. So I would have to put everybody to sleep. Yeah, that's. Not
Well, it would. I mean, you just hope that he has less. That the black dragon has less hit points than he does. Yeah, you could cast sleep into the darkness, like cast the point where you
Let's
think
do
he
it.
was.
Yeah.
All right. How many hit points do you have left?
I think I have 24. 24, yep. This guy, this mid of acid is probably not very healthy for him. Oh, jeez. You'll know who you hit if you hear a large clong.
You're gonna kill Robert. I mean, you're not gonna kill him with a spell, but you're gonna get him killed.
Fuck me. 28.
You probably got both of them.
I might have put everybody.
No,
to such a hell of a
it hits
roll.
the first person, so it would 24 of that would be taken by him if it hits him first.
It goes by the lowest health points in the radius.
That it hits first.
Oh, I
right?
see.
It's what does it say?
It's affected in ascending order of current hit points.
Okay.
So whoever
So
has the
whoever's
lowest hit points
points
is who's hit,
first.
basically.
Yeah. All right. So you feel this wave of some type of magic come over you.
And then
What do you do?
I run.
Which way?
I don't know.
Like forward?
No. Okay, so this blackness came. No, what did Rofa? Okay, so Rofa's perspective, this blackness came over. I was locking eyes with that son of a gun, and then I just feel this darkness, and then this magic wave over. I am just going to start swinging that way with the
And
big
moving
rock.
forward, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You hear him like grunting and swinging, and
How about you,
I'll
dickhead?
be like, Rofrath, over here.
What?
you hear him like over here, like your voice through the darkness, and it sounds like Xeranax.
Oh shit! I defensively make my way over there.
You use the rest of your move, it's like tuk, 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 and you like hit rocks, and you kind of like so they're coming in. You hear him like right here,
Oh, yeah, just so I
hit the
reach over
rubble.
and-
Like you feel a
Ah,
hand
there you
on
are.
you.
Oh.
It's like it's me. He pulls you in, and you can once you get out of the darkness, it's starting to like ooze into the crevices of the rock and all that. But you can come through. What are you doing with Iyasa? You just saw them go off. You hear some weird noises happening over there.
I'll make sweet.
Iyasa is
So, hey,
I mean, if
Goldie.
it's my turn, I
It's
guess
not
I will
enjoyable.
probably be healing her.
all right.
It's very scaly.
We'll do that.
It's a
Pleasure healing here too. How many spell slots do you have?
More
Quite a
than,
bit.
More than all of us.
Decent amount.
Well, maybe more than us.
Oh, damn it.
Wah.
Oh
How
no!
much?
That's way worse.
She gets
9.
healed for 9?
Hey.
You know that she's a wizard. It's probably the rest of her hit points.
Nah.
Like,
It's a good amount. I mean, she's at 19 out of 30 now, so she's above
to be
half.
fair, even if I roll a 1 on these heals, like, I have a +8.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
plus
It's a
nine,
good thing you
like,
took
I'm
that
not
life
doing-
spec.
Right. Right,
Man.
these two come out of the rock, trailing black inky darkness behind them.
You.
You see,
Where's Savroth?
Savroth and Eos.
Oh, good.
Okay.
We should get out of here.
Yeah.
There's something
To the
something
boat.
in the darkness.
Do you
Alright.
still have the...
Yeah, he sells the rock.
Okay, good.
You gonna just let him carry it, or you gonna put it away?
Here, I have a bag that's meant for this thing. You should
Oh,
put
you
it
mean
in
that
here.
bag that weird wizard guy gave us specifically for this reason? No, that's excellent. How
Right.
convenient.
It's the bag of holding of no scrying. Or something.
Correct.
Unscribable bag of
There you go.
holding.
Here, open it up. I'm going to throw it to you. You're going to catch it in this bag. It'll be great.
Yeah. He opens up the bag and you set it in the.
That's very disturbing to watch, honestly. Where are the rest of them? Some of them are alive still. The blue. I think the green is down.
It fled after I put an arrow in its throat.
The black was still attacking me. It was in the darkness.
Leave it be. We must escape.
Yes.
All right. So there is an exit in this quadrant. Do you want to take it? It is not the one you came in through. You can try to make your way through and hope that black isn't still around or others aren't still here.
Can we make our way to the exit we came into? It would just take a couple.
Yeah, you'd have to start navigating through the canyons.
The assassins are still
You'd
in
have
our
to-
midst.
Possibly.
You can escape here and hope you can find your way back to one of your tunnels that you've put marks in and that they haven't been erased by these people following you. Or you can try to backtrack exactly by going back to the entrance you came in, but the blue and the black are still out there.
I say we take the nearest exit.
All right.
As you will, my lord.
Stage left, even.
You're first. I'm last.
All right.
All right.
And that's midnight.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Wow.
escape from the pinion
Oh, man.
is the theme of the next.
What a shit show that fight was. Dang. That was all over the place.
Could have been worse. We did it. Nobody died. Well, wait, one of us died. Never mind.
One of
us almost died.
Temporarily.
Just got hurt really bad. Incapacitated.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man.
Best.
Well, what a hoot.
What a hoot. So, Mitch here just had his first in-class day
Oh,
with
did you?
students of this semester.
Oh, you
Mitch is becoming a teacher. So, Mitch, take us out as if you were talking to a group of first graders.
So
You know,
when the
like how you talk to me.
when the shorthand's on 9 and the longhand's on 12, it will be 9 o'clock. So if today was Thursday, then yesterday would be Wednesday, and Wednesday's the day that we meet at 9 o'clock. So we'll see you next Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
Thank you for all joining us. Thank you for all the
Yeah.
raids. Thank you for the hosts, and thank you for the new follows and all that stuff. We'll see you next week.
Take care, folks.